Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. We're at the call-in portion of the show. The number is 213-943-3362. You can call your black ass or your white ass in, and you can talk to us about this very, very serious situation. Again, the phone number is 213-943-3362. And in my opinion, I want to talk about just the state of black men and if this display by Tyrese that you guys saw in the first part of the show, if that display is a bad look for black men or is it a good look because it shows that we care, number one. And number two, does this kind of illustrate the mental instability of black men at this point when we're willing to do the things that we're doing, like openly cry over something that we have to go to court to do? Because like you said, and I agree with you, I think he's trying his best to get the courts to view him as a victim.
Yep.
What are your thoughts before I go to the phone?
Yeah, I definitely believe that. I believe that it's like, because the courts are already going to be in favor of the mother, plain and simple. That's just a given. So the only way that you can even begin to level the playing field is to, one, have enough evidence to make her look bad, to make her look unfit, just like D Wade did with his baby mom. You have to be able to have enough evidence. You have to make her look unfit, where the tables can be turned to where you can level that playing field. So if you can do it that way, or you have to make yourself look like a victim to the point to where, basically the court will have pity on you. That's it. I mean, if they can look at you and view you as a victim, then they're more inclined to give you a break, if you will, to give you more concessions in the whole, custody case that he's battling.
I agree. But
yeah, and I just think it's.
But
I guess my last point.
Well, but you see it differently than me though, because I see it as a bad look. But you kind of understood, like,
yes,
that he's. Yeah. Are you seeing it as it's almost like he's got his back up against the dome?
It's a desperation attempt to try to help it. I mean, because at the end of the day, if he's been quiet all this time, doing this whole process, and now he's, getting out, he's trying to get the people on his side to say, well, man, at the very least, we need to look at this and see what's going on in his situation, because if he's, on Instagram or he on Facebook Live or whatever, if he on Facebook Live, he's crying, he's breaking down, he's showing that he's really vulnerable, and you can get the sympathy of the people to help you, in a situation where he's essentially helpless. So I get that part. I think it was, some bad acting in some parts of it, but I think that the main idea of it was the desperation, because he literally has nothing else that he can do aside from going to Mexico and talking to one of the drug cartels, getting some Mexicans to come up here, kill her, and then that way the paternity would just automatically default to him, and those Mexicans would not be found and heard of again because they're not U.S. citizens. I'm just saying. I'm just doing that. Not suggesting that. I'm just,
if it happened,
was to do something like that. That's there. If it just happened like that, it happened,
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, there is no other recourse for him. He's literally at her mercy and at the mercy of the court. And whatever it is she wants to do, however bad she wants to make him look, and the part about it that I don't like is the fact that she gets to use his daughter for this, to help her as a pawn. She's using her as a pawn, because whatever she's programming in her daughter's mind, whatever she's putting in her daughter's head, kids are wired to try to please their parents or adults. They're wired that way. So you're talking about a young girl who looks to her mother for her identity. She looks to her mother for the leadership. She looks to her mother for all of this to please her mom. And if her mom is simply telling her in a slick, fly-ass, underhanded, destructive way, this is how she should talk when she's asked about, which parent she wants to be with, what parent is treating her the best, or what parent takes care of her, what parent hurts. She's going to do it because that's who she's with every day. And it's like the system is broken because it's defaulted and it's wired that way. It's set up that way. And it's like what men need to understand, if they don't get anything else from this show, is that the only way that you can beat the system, you can go out there and march and protest and all that shit if you want to. The only way you're going to beat the system is to write laws and policy. If I'm a rich man and I want to, I find me a girl and she seems to be a good girl and she's just wonderful, she's perfect, I want to, have a kid with, you need to start getting contracts. Get contracts in place that will help you and aid you in things like this when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your children. Like I always say, premarital contract, if you are a rich man, you got money and she don't have shit but good looks and a fat pussy and good head, that ain't enough to get half of your shit. No matter how nice she is, because she's gonna be so nice and so wonderful and so loving until something doesn't go her way. Like
this is how women are. Women are so used to being powerless and having to be cunning and beg and lie people for shit. As soon as they get the upper hand, how do most women act when they get power over other people? Why do most people not like having female bosses? Think about it. Even women don't like having female bosses because they know that bitch is a horrible person.
Just waiting to come out. There is an inner bitch just
keep
like
talking. I need to get you a
drink. Over like, is it time yet? And as soon as it gets the chance to come out, behold, bitches, beware of my wrath, and that's what's gonna happen. So it's like you have to make sure that it sounds crazy, but do you remember they had that Dave Chappelle, that sex contract? Sign all this shit, sign this waiver before we fuck. It's like essentially you have to do something like that. Hey, look, I know we together and we're gonna start having sex unprotected. We're gonna be, you're gonna let me hit it raw, and you say you on the pill, but if for some reason you're pregnant, see if paternity will work. You had that shit drawn up by that lawyer. You say, hey, if you want to sign this, great. Well, we love each other. I don't think we should have to sign this stuff. Well, one day we might fall out of love. Mm-hmm. So let's have this in place. Since we both in love right now, we love each other so much right now. Let's both protect ourselves. We had this kid at 50-50, and if for some reason you move on or I move on, you get $800 a month or $1,500 a month. That's the number you pay at $1,500. You get $1,500 a month for child support, and that's it. And you are signing this waiver saying you will not, under any circumstances, pursue a higher or more money or back pay, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, as much as a woman would say, well, I don't think we need something like that. That's tested out. Well, I'm not that type of person. I have better character than that. Prove me wrong and sign it. Prove me wrong and sign it. And at the end of the day, you're going to see who she really is. Because if she giving up that position, she giving up that right, then you know, hey, this motherfucker just might like me. But if she don't and she walk away, you crazy. You on some other shit. I'm not that type of woman. I wasn't raised like that. Essentially, what was in store for your ass if shit ever goes left? Because it's all good when it's all good.
And the
when
thing
it's
is,
just you and her, you spending money and you fucking and you hitting it, and she's the only one. She out front, she getting the picture taken with the paparazzi. That's your chick, she on your arm. Is gravy. But the minute she ain't, that's your ass.
Let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question before we go to the phone lines. And guys, the number is 213-943-3362. I'm going to answer you guys' phone call. Then I'm going to get the fuck up out of here because I may do one more Under the Dome show because I'm loving that flat earth stuff. So I might do a late night. So for those of you who want to do late night again with me tonight with flat earth, let me know. If you want to do late night flat earth, say something in the comment section. Just put FE if you want to do it. Soto, FEU. But and for those who haven't subscribed, go to Soto FEU. Let me ask you this. As a married man, you said when shit goes left. But technically as a married man, if I can ask you, doesn't shit always go left and how you handle it? Because I can tell you a lot about a person's character if you put them in a bad situation and see how they respond. I think marriage will always have girls I'm dating, I have gotten to arguments with them, said fuck you to them, and then what happens at that moment, how we deal with each other, would dictate the kind of character that person has. So I think a lot of times these men saw these signs from these women. Tyrese saw this sign from this woman probably before he got her pregnant. They had little arguments over bullshit. You saw this person when they wielded the power. Men, one of the best ways to tell what kind of woman you have is what do you do when she cries and what does she do when you cry? What do you do when she's down? What does she do when you're down? What does she do when you are wanting something from her? And what do you do when she wants something from you? More times than not, each one of those situations, the man acts better towards the woman than the woman acts towards the man. Because we can be tired of a woman, don't want to deal with that woman. But if she cries and tells us she wants us back, we're kind of assholes if we don't take her back. But they'll watch us cry and laugh. They will go hard on you. Mm-hmm. So
they will move on to the next. You're right.
So talk about that.
Right. And I think that the thing is that men are taught at a very early age, and we learn from being in the environment that we're in that a woman is gonna fly off the handle. She's gonna act ignorant. She's gonna do some fuck shit, and she's gonna just be totally out of character at any given moment. And we're supposed to be more understanding. We're supposed to say, "Hey, I get it. I see that you get mad, and that's why you did that. Well, you left and didn't pick up your phone for 3 days because you said you was at your girl house because you were upset." And it's like we take that behavior as being normal, and that's not normal behavior. And when we see the vindictiveness, when we see just the spitefulness that a woman, presents, we can chalk that up and just say, "Oh, that's just how she is." I can't tell you how many times I've heard my friends say that. "Man, that's just how." Man, you see what the fuck she was being upset about you, nigga? Why are you still? Man, that's just how she is, man. She get like that when she mad.
Mm-hmm.
And we've gotten so used to it and accustomed to it that we give it a pass. And then when shit, like you said, does go left, and when it's like, okay, it's Splitsville, then that shit gets kicked into overdrive. She's 24/7 like that. And that's when we like, you really gonna just keep it? And that's where he's at. You see things like, you really gonna keep this shit up? Like, what the fuck else more do you want from me? You got me to the point to where people aren't hiring me. I have to pay you $13,000 a month, and you are making it to where people won't hire me. But he still turns right back around and says, "I don't hate you though, because if I hate you, then that shows how I feel about my daughter." That's bullshit. I hate that bitch, and I don't even know her. Because any type of woman that will be willing to do, not the nigga you fucking, not the ex-husband, but you're willing to do that to your child's father. You're willing to literally destroy your child's father because your selfish ass want to be number one. So when she gets grown, when she's of age to ask, "Well, mama and daddy, what happened in this relationship? What went down?" Then she will be able to say, "Well, I made some mistakes, and your daddy, he made some mistakes, and we friends now." But no, fuck that. That's where the truth needs to be ever more present. Because what he should be doing is he should be making daily video blogs about what he's going through, how he's feeling, and what his baby mama is actually doing. So when she is 25, she can go and look at the footage. So her mama can't lie and be like, "No, I didn't say that. He mixed shit up. He got it this way." Show them documents. Like she's literally doing this to me because she's mad. Because she's not number one anymore. Because I'm doing. I'm still trying to pay you $13,000 a month. He doesn't want to accept that because he wants more. He wants to destroy me.
Yep. He could pay her $50,000 a month.
So when she gets old enough, she can see what her mother really is.
Mm-hmm. And listen, let's go to the phone calls, but you could give these women $100,000 a month. If they see you're happy, they're going to ask for 110. They're going to ask for enough money to fuck your life up.
Forever. They want it forever.
Oh, my God.
They want it for forever.
The Lakers were beating Portland 110 to 109. No, it was 110 to 110, so it was a tie game. And Damian Lillard dribbled around to the outside and pulled up and shot a 3 from about 10 fucking feet behind the line. He just dribbled between his legs, step back, gate with 0.7 left on the clock. It's easy to do that though, I guess, with 0.7 when the score is tied. I do some fuck shit like that too if the game tied. I shoot from half court. Bitch, we going overtime. It went in. It went in. I thought on my shoulder, bitch, we going overtime. Dog, it went in. What's the worst that happened? I missed. We go to overtime. It is what it is. But let's go to these phone lines real quick and get these people up out in here. When you get on the line, make sure you click the one to let me know you want to talk. 929-442. Caller, you're on the air. Talk to me.
Hi, Tommy. Hi, Brian. How are y'all?
Hey, what's up?
So basically, I think that Tyrese is trying to play, kind of the victim role. And I think that he's just really emotional over the situation, as anybody would be, but I think that men are never seen as victims. Mm-hmm. So I think this is really going to work against him. I could say from my personal experience, I kind of went the traditional route. I got married to my high school sweetheart. We had a baby 3 years after we got married. So a lot of his family and a lot of my family, even before we got married, they were pushing us to have kids and do all this craziness. And we were like, hey, we want to get our careers off. We want to build a life. We want to get to know each other. And I think a lot of times, I know I might be getting a little off topic, but I think a lot of times what happens is that people do not know who they're laying down with. And I think children are the biggest things that happen to people, and it can bring the worst out of people, that it's the worst thing that can happen. It's the best thing, and it can be definitely the worst thing that can happen in a relationship. So that's my opinion on it.
Here's the thing that I question though, because I understand that there can be a period or a time when you are still trying to get to know each other, where you are, may not know exactly who you're dealing with. But I think there should be a common ground when it comes to the children. When it comes that moment you have a child, regardless of how well you two may or may not know each other, you should both have a common interest to say, we need to do what is best for our child. And we can work out our shit on the back end. We can figure shit out. And I can call you all types of bitches, call me all types of ain't shit niggas, all you want behind the scenes. But when it comes to her, she should never be used as a pawn in this game of chess that we playing here. She should never be put in a position to where she is being used to manipulate me, or vice versa, me using her to manipulate you to get what it is that we want, because that's where the selfishness comes in. Because this isn't about his daughter. This is about his ex-wife trying to hurt him, and she's using his daughter as a tool, literally. Mm-hmm. And there is no relationship type of dynamic you need to have to not do that, because it's just not right.
Right,
it's not right to use her.
Say, here's the thing, ma'am, and I don't know if you see this. What Brian and I try to argue, and that's why it's rare that we disagree, but we will disagree, because I'm kind of stupid, and I go like there's left and then there's left. Like I go left, the second left. Right. I go the second left, not the first one. So when I go that second left, y'all watch me. I know it's hard for women to be fans of mine, because they like, I like this nigga, but I can't get behind what he said yesterday. I got friends and family. They see me watch this shit. I might get fired from my job. Like, I say some shit that make you just stop being my friend for a week. You know how you got to put a motherfucker on punishment at ESPN because they said something out of line? Right. You didn't fire the motherfucker. Like, I'm pretty sure.
My husband,
go ahead.
I started watching you a few months ago, and my husband was the one that was like, what the hell are you watching? What is this? All I hear is black women this. But I'm like, because he spoke about your crazy mama, but let's not even get to that. I tell you. But yeah.
But I
I
think
didn't mean to cut you off.
no,
but-
you're okay. But because what we're saying is, we know as human beings, people are going to steal. They're going to harm each other. They're going to rape each other. We know they're going to do that. We'd like to convince as many as we can to not do it. But then that's why we have laws on the books for the people who are going to say fuck it and do it anyway. What he's saying is, you're right. He agrees because he's the one that's married, and I'm the one that's just running around throwing my dick on the crap table. So you can tell he's not like me. But
come on, Fix.
You know what I'm
know
saying?
your funky ass all night.
I get whammies all the motherfucking time. God, dog, never no big bucks. I straight whammies.
Big bucks, no whammies.
So what he's saying though is that we need a law on the books to even stop people from doing this, because right now, and let me ask you this, whether you know a person or not, because this doesn't just happen to people you don't know. Remember, Tom Cruise was married to that bitch who raping him. Brendan Fraser was married to that bitch who raping him. I can keep naming you people who married these hoes who raping them. So what he's saying is there needs to be something, a bit of a deterrent. Right now, there is no deterrent for a woman to lay down and fuck anybody, and if she comes up pregnant, she just got to check. That is encouraging people to not have families. That's what he's saying. What do you say to that?
I mean, I agree. I mean, I think I have a very different stance than most of some of my family and friends, because they're in very opposite situations as me. I mean, I even think like the hospital shouldn't enact like having a DNA test like upon like the child being born, because then we could avoid a lot of mess that happens. A lot of people being in court for no reason, a lot of people just going through emotional situations. I mean, I don't know if you guys even watch that show on Own Queen Sugar.
I heard about it.
Anyway, one of the casters just found out that his son that he was robbing in the streets, he was homeless, just found out that the son might not even be his.
And this is such
those are real life situations.
Right.
It's so sad. And I think they're both being selfish, because he's doing this crying mess, which, listen, no one's ever going to look at you as a victim. Like a couple of months ago, you were showing that you built a Starbucks in the backyard. Like, nobody cares. And I think he's right.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. He was showing that he built a Starbucks in his backyard.
Yes, if you Google Tyrese, he was, I think he built he has like a hibachi restaurant. And and that's all great.
You can't do that. You can't do that and get people to. You can't do that and get people to see you as a sympathetic figure.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. got a goddamn Starbucks.
I mean, and then on top of that.
Yeah, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. ain't out fucking random bitches and trying to get him to not take his kid. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had Dale Earnhardt raising him.
Those are just details, Tommy.
That's why his name Dale Earnhardt Jr. There was a senior.
Yeah.
He looked just like his daddy. Tyrese don't know who his daddy is.
Oh, that's
it's the thing here too.
Come on, Tommy.
You have to look at we have an expectation of our government doing what's best for us and looking out for our best interest. And that's not the case. And that's why I think you have to go the legal route. And as stupid or as crass or as just totally non-romantic as it may sound, put some laws and some contracts in your life to secure your life. Because at the end of the day, all this shit is doing is tearing down the empires that these men are building. If Tom Cruise is paying $200,000 a month and the system is okay with that, that's not, the system's broken and we've got to fix it. It's an oversight. That's not it. That's the system saying, hey, we keeping you in this lane to where we doing just enough to say, hey, you can do this, live your life, but you can't build an empire because you're literally funneling hundreds of thousands of dollars that are turning into millions of dollars over the years to somebody who's not doing anything but living their life. She's not building an empire. She's not trying to take over shit. She's not trying to start her own network or something like that. She's literally just living her life. She's buying Chanel. She's buying Gucci, Louis Vuitton. She's going to all of the wonderful places to travel across the world. She's just spending money. And that is the problem. And if you can say, well, you know what? I don't want to freeze you out and say you don't get shit. But goddamn it, we need a salary cap for this motherfucker. You need to say, hey, you get this certain amount, and that's it.
Yeah, it should be that. No, what's messed up is right now in the United States, malpractice suits can only be $100,000. So a doctor can fucking kill somebody, and the most you can get out of that motherfucker is $100,000. Yet you can get unlimited funds from child support. That doesn't even make sense, ma'am. I'm going to give you.
How did that happen?
Mm-hmm. Ma'am, I'm going to give you the last word.
Doctors and those lobbyists got together and they came up with a fucking law.
Yes,
that's what you got to do.
You got to be a lobbyist, and men haven't been lobbyists. So while Tyrese is going around saying my rich friends haven't helped, nigga, you didn't help yourself. Because before you got in this situation, you knew what I was doing, you knew what I was talking about, and you could have gotten behind it, but you didn't. You got behind talking to these women and trying to make them be victims and getting on there with Reverend Ron talking about some let me help you find a damn man when most of these women aren't even worth a man. Dear, you have the last word.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you guys said, you know, and I feel so sorry for this little girl. I mean, because she has a relationship with her father. Mm-hmm. It was clear. They had pictures. They went to outings. They did things. So it's like the mom has to really look at the situation, and she has to say to herself, this child, I'm getting a little jumbled, but this child has a relationship with the father, and she has seen that relationship, and it seemed to be a good one. And I will never understand these women that suddenly, when things go left, all of a sudden the child was being abused. But you didn't say that when, you know, the child was going places and doing stuff. Like, it makes no sense. So if that's the case, if he was being abusive, shouldn't you be charged with some kind of neglect, and maybe they shouldn't even leave the kid with you?
It's always you abused your kid after y'all break up. You molested your kid after y'all broke up. And the man has to fight these frivolous charges that women can levy on them. And right now, if men don't realize it's time to stand up with the Harvey Weinstein shit. Now, I thought Harvey Weinstein was a dirtbag, but now you done threw 50 other men on the damn the barbecue in the last 2 weeks. Nah, I'm not cool with that. And it's always he rubbed my ass when I was 13. He rubbed my tit when I was 15. He rubbed look, I worked my ass off to get where I am. Bitch, you want it. Why would I not tell a motherfucker, suck my dick so you can get in this movie?
Right.
Seriously, why wouldn't he say that? If you're willing to do them, I'm dead ass. No, I'm dead ass. Think about it. Women do it when they get power.
Do it for less.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was just about to say. They will do, most women that will say, oh, that's just absurd that a woman would have to do something like that just to get, you know, a part in a movie. Most women have done it for a lot less.
Right.
And for a lot less, and I mean for a lot less, like, oh, I just want to ride home.
I had my dick sucked for gas, for half a tank of gas. I didn't give a bitch a full tank of gas.
I need my cell phone. I need my $80 cell phone bill paid.
I mean, my husband told me about his female friends, because me and him grew up very differently. He grew up like in, you know, I guess the hood, and I grew up I wasn't in like a mansion, but I was definitely in a nicer situation. I had both my parents, and he would tell me about how these girls were sucking dick for Jordans, and I was getting clothes and sneakers and stuff like that. I was a spoiled brat for my dad. I'm a daddy's girl, you know. And I'm like, what do you mean sucking dick and doing all? I never understood that shit. And I didn't start sucking dick till I got with my husband, to tell you the truth.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing I say about my daughters. My daughters will, when they start sucking dick, it's gonna be on GP. It ain't gonna be because they need gas. It ain't gonna be because they need a car. Nope, they just gonna suck dick because they just got oral fixation, and that's just what they want to do. And I'm gonna be thoroughly disappointed. But it won't be because of what these other women are doing, because they don't have an opportunity in truth. They don't have an opportunity, many of them, so they go the route that women take, which is typically the route of less resistance. That's why women will fuck their captors. Because they don't give a shit. Right. A man will say, well, no, you're going to have to kill me, sir. I'm not sucking your dick. A woman would say, what's one more dick?
If you had one, you had them all. Come here.
And it's a shame how they are allowed. I say they, but it's a shame that I'll put myself in it, because if I wanted to be like a fuck person, I could very well do that because the system allows me to. I'll just leave you guys with this. My situation where my mother-in-law didn't see my son for the first year because she threatened to call ACS on both myself and my husband. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I've never smoked weed, occasional alcohol, but she's an addict. So we understood that. But at her highest level of being an addict, I guess, we told her, like, you can't be around our son with this nigga shit. Like, we have to separate you.
Yep.
And then she started threatening us with ACS. And she said, well, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to hide drugs in your couch. And I told my husband, I said, listen, I'll leave. We've been together since we were 17 years old. I am 30 now.
Nice.
I will leave. I don't have time for this shit, because when you got the kids in the mix and you trying to play with my life, it'd be different if I was smoking weed and doing crack. Okay, let me but I ain't never even smoked a cigarette in my life, and you gonna try to do this to me. So I say that to say this. It's just sad how women are able to manipulate the system like this, and it affects the kids at the end of the day. I mean, the child is going to ask questions, and how are you really going to explain this to her, And that's the reason why I brought, maybe not the greatest people that I wanted in my life, but just for the sake of just peace, I brought certain people around, and I just keep them at an arm's length, because I don't want to have to explain to my son, oh, why is this? And I don't want him in the grown-up bullshit, Leave it at kids. Keep it simple, So hopefully he works it out just for the sake of the child. They're both being selfish at this point, because he's acting a damn fool and she's just being a bitch about it. That's how I feel.
Well, thank you for the phone call, and I'm going to see if I can bring in somebody else. Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing that I have a problem with, though, is that women will see something that's fucked up, and they will see somebody doing wrong.
Yep.
They will see what she's doing, and you all will not hold her accountable. She can still walk the streets to this day, and she will get all the support in the world from women. Girl, I understand. Girl, you doing what you need to do. It's hard out here being a single mother. She will get the support no matter how bad she is. And then when she goes all the way off the deep end, women will throw their hands up and say, well, that's her. I see why y'all saying this, but that's her. And I don't know why she's doing that. But you all will not hold her accountable and protest or tell her, bitch, you ain't shit. She won't hear that in the streets. And because no women are holding other women accountable, I think that that's the other part of the double-edged sword that we are failing to have being swung.
Yep.
You have to hold each other accountable, because men will do it all the time. Hey, dog, you need to get your shit together, and you need to go ahead and do what you need to do and take care of your kids and move on. We will do that.
Right,
women won't say, girl, you need to stop using your daughter to get back at that man. He don't want your ass. Move on and go get you somebody else.
Yeah, the most a woman will say is to you, she'll say, yeah, I know that's fucked up. And then she'll tell you right after that, but don't do this in response to her. They will tell you, don't do this. Yeah, I know it's fucked up what she did, but don't do X, Y, Z. Yeah, I know it's fucked up what she did. So a woman will admit to a man, if she's a friend or family member, or just somebody who don't like that other bitch, yeah, that's fucked up what she did. But then right after that, she'll start telling you, don't put your hands on her, don't say this, don't do this. But they never tell a woman, well, don't bust the window out of his car. They be like, nah, bitch, make a song about it. They be like it's messed up what women can do to men. That's why every time I see a woman get her ass whooped on, I turn into a tweet. I could be walking down the street, I see a nigga whooping a woman's ass, I look over to the left. I ain't helping that bitch. Nope. Because half the time when a bitch is fighting a dude, what happened when you go over there and try to break it up? They both whoop your ass.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you getting your ass whooped by two people that you was trying to help. So what kind of shit is that?
Love me. You ain't got
right. Why are you grabbing my man? This nigga was choking you. That's how we play. What? I remember with my
you ain't got him like that though.
I remember
I know he was choking me.
My cousin, her and her boyfriend would fight. They said, Tanya getting her ass whooped by Lamar. Me and my brother went down there and whooped Lamar's ass. Thanksgiving came. Guess who the fuck was at the Thanksgiving dinner?
The L to the A. The man on the bike that they call Lamar.
Right. This nigga was that. So we was heated at this nigga. We on the ground tussling and shit with this nigga. Whooping his ass, hoping he don't reach for his waistband. You know when you whooping a nigga ass, you got to make sure he keeps his hands up. He put his hands down, that shit could go left.
Yeah.
Every time he reaches his hands down, we're like, no, no, no. So we stretching the nigga out, look like we trying to fuck him because we got his arms up like this, so it don't look right. You hold a nigga like this. Stay down. He talking about, I'm down, nigga. Quit fucking me. Shit. We having sex. Stop it.
Why at Thanksgiving giving the blessing?
Right. This nigga carving the turkey and shit with the electric cutter. What piece y'all niggas want since y'all want to fight? What piece you want? This one? You want two?
You know y'all ain't. But I'm gonna give you some of this leg if you want. You want
right, you know what I'm saying?
I
I give you the thigh while I'm giving your cousin the dick. Ha ha. You can't even say shit.
Right after y'all really whooped my ass, a few weeks ago, but I took it out on the pussy. And she's sitting there like, I don't know what y'all talking about. She drinking a drink. One of the little kids come out like, can I have some? He said, nah, you don't want to drink out to her. I've been coming all down her throat, just all down her gullet. You getting backwash of semen. You understand me? She got more semen than a submarine. You hear me? Everybody at the table disgusted. Everybody, Lamar just up in the front talking shit, just talking cash ass shit. Cause y'all whooped my ass and I'm still in this pitch. He up in there like B.O.B. Y'all kick my ass, y'all kicking it. I laid on the ground, I'm feeling it. But bitch, it came around. I laid this bitch down about an hour ago because I'm still in this bitch. I'm still in this. I'm still in this. Like, that's him. Let's see if we can go to some more phone calls. 323, caller, you're on the air. This nigga sleep. That is.
Damn. And he taking this nigga got sleep. He got sleep apnea.
Got apnea and sleep apnea.
Look how long it take him to breathe again. This nigga like Tony Braxton thought he would never breathe again. Listen. That don't make sense. Why it took him that damn long to breathe? If you his wife, just go and put your finger over his nose and let him die. If he taking that long to breathe, just go and put your finger over his nose. He'll never miss that breath.
Oh my God.
Let me go and drop him off. Good night, brother. Enjoy yourself. I'm sorry it took so long to get you on the air. 845, caller, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Sotomayor, and Mr. Guru. I'm sorry, I'm nervous, a little nervous. I was calling in regards to, I'm kind of in the same situation as Tyrese, not that intense, but...
Wait a minute. I got to ask the question. I don't mean to be rude. Is this a man or a woman? I can't tell.
It's a man, I'm sorry.
I'm just asking because you sound like a man at first, then it was changing a little bit. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't know. And then you said I'm kind of in a situation like Tyrese. I was like, are you the bitch? Or you the dude? I don't mean to
No.
Okay. You the dude. So
No.
So you fucked a hood rat and got her pregnant. Go.
No.
I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
I did the same that you say. I played a stupid game, so I was reckless with my, I was reckless, and now I'm not with, I'm not in good terms with my baby's mother, and right now there's no communication with us, with me, with her, and, I was I saw the video, and then it looked crazy. And then I was agreeing with you with what you said about that, a woman, she wants to like end things on her terms, but if a guy does it, he's an asshole. So I'm getting from the impression from my my baby's mother that right now I stopped going to the doctor's appointments with her because she felt that she can't, she just doesn't want to deal with me. But I'm like, I've never shown you any malice toward you, but I guess she's sour because we're not together anymore. So now, I'm just kind of like lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know, the baby hasn't come yet. The baby's coming like the end of around Thanksgiving. So I just wanted to get your advice and, Brian, I screwed up.
How long were you with this chick? How long were you with this chick?
Not even a year.
How long were you with her before she came up pregnant?
It'll be a year. Oh, yeah.
No, how long were you with her before she came up pregnant?
Yeah. Oh, God. Like 3 months.
Were you trying to get her pregnant, or was it just a function of y'all were fucking and she came up pregnant?
Yep. Yes.
The second one?
That's correct.
It was the second one?
The second one, yes.
Okay. So at this point, did you, when you found out she was pregnant, did you want the baby?
No, because I'm not stable. She's not stable. I'm a broken person. She's a broken person. It's just what it is. But again, once she was pregnant, it's like
you let her know you didn't want. Did you let her know everything you just said?
Right,
hey, I'm not stable. You're not stable. We don't have no horses, so we don't need a stable.
Emotional. Yes, I did, and then again, all the emotion took over, and then and then the conversation finished, and it's just and I've heard what you said, what you talked about, as far as forget the baby, forget her, just give me the bill. The thing with me is like I come from a single parent household, so and it's just. Again, I'm just lost, so that's why I'm calling you, because I honestly don't know. I wanted to hear your advice and Brian, as far as like.
Here's the thing, man.
Is there anything? Hello.
Here's the thing, dude. You have to first of all come to the realization that you have fucked yourself. Plain and simple. You went, and not only were you.
Yes.
Like you said, you were sleeping with somebody who was broken, just like you were, which is common, but you weren't responsible, and you were doing it without a condom. She was doing it without birth control, and just the fact that you got her pregnant, and now she's pregnant and she's gonna keep that baby. That's what broken people do. That's what broken women do. They're going to perpetuate the brokenness that has befallen upon them. So that's inevitable. That's going to happen. You're in it. So you now have two choices. Either you totally pack your bag, leave, pay your child support, and be done with it. Don't have anything to do with the kids. Don't have any attachment to the kids. Whatever the case may be, it is what it is. Or stay in it, and you're going to be at her mercy.
He has a third choice. No, he has a third and a fourth. He has a third and a fourth. He could do like Calvin Brodus and say, murder was the case that they gave me. He could do that.
Yep.
Or you could pack up, go on up the country. I'm going up the country. Don't you want to go? You can get the fuck out. Go to a place with no extradition and email that bitch every day. Email and be like, how you doing with your baby? I don't give a fuck, bitch, because I don't live there. You could do it.
I'm going up the country.
Every time I hear that song, that shit tickle the shit out of me. I was like, going up the country. What does that mean? White people are funny, boy. I'm going up the country. It's like, what the up the country? But that's what he
was a hitting on the highway song. Dude.
Right. That nigga was on that bicycle too. He had a mean face when he was riding that bike. He had left work. He left a note on the work. Where's Brian? Brian left a note. Got a motorcycle. Going up to country. Being ducked out. Somebody said you could fake your death. That's number 5 you could do. You could kill some people close to her and tell her you could be next. You could boil her rabbit, leave it in the pot. There's several things you could do. But the sad part about this is you got this girl pregnant that you was just fucking, and y'all both, see, here's the thing about poor people. Poor people fuck a lot because it's the only thing we can control because we're fucking poor. So we fuck.
And it feels good.
Yeah, and it feels good because when you got a life and you hard to pay bills and shit like that, catching a nut really feels good. Like it's the best thing in your life, and it's the only thing you typically control. The sad part about sad part about it though is the women won't take birth control, the dudes won't wear a condom. They'll get pregnant, and the bitch will say, "Well, I'm gonna have it anyway." Like here's some things that I don't understand. Women who do porn. Why the fuck are you getting pregnant? That's the weirdest shit. Nobody who does porn should have children. You should have got that shit out of the way before you had kids. Prostitutes. If you're a prostitute, last thing you should be trying to do is have babies. Because of the life you live. You know that you're a broken person because that's why you're doing what you're doing. So don't bring a kid into the world until you fix your fucking self. Dudes who sell dope. You know you sell dope. Why are you getting anybody pregnant? The bitch who got pregnant by you, she ain't shit either. She know you sell dope. When's the last time she seen a motherfucker who sold dope get a retirement plan, a fucking gold watch? It's never happened. So most of us are doing shit that's stupid. And we don't care about the children, nor do we care about each other. Because you and her were both using each other. When she came up pregnant, you was like, I don't want no baby, but you were doing everything to get a baby. And when she came up pregnant, she was like, I'm keeping this baby even though you want it. Don't want it. So nobody gave a shit about nobody. And that's the state of America right now, especially black America, because most of us are fucking indiscriminately, fucking anything that move. And whenever we get kids, the dude don't want it and the bitch had nothing better to do. Because if you've noticed, Rihanna never came up with no baby out of wedlock or no damn way, and Rihanna liked dick. Rihanna likes dick. Number 2, Beyonce. She never came up pregnant. Motherfucking women who got something to do with their life never come up pregnant. Bitches who ain't got shit to do, they'll come up pregnant and they'll keep it. You don't have no car, bitch, you gonna keep this baby. You don't have nowhere to live, you gonna keep this baby. You don't have no job, you're still gonna keep this baby. You're mentally unstable, you're still gonna keep this baby. And the United States of America allows women to do this. So, brother, all I can tell you is this. Short of leaving the country and murder, you have 2 choices. Be a father or don't. Yep. But you will have to pay. Okay. Regardless.
You're gonna pay.
Women can give up their kid and not pay a dime. You can give up your parental rights, but you can't give up your financial obligation. How fucked up is that? A man can literally go into court and give up his parental rights. He has not given up his financial obligation. Brother, whatever's going through your mind, all I can do is tell you this in the hopes that you'll listen to a man who's failed and made a lot of failures in his life. That would be me. All you can do is try to wrestle with yourself right now because you put you in this position. There's some things about you that make you feel less than, and those things are making you make bad decisions. Whenever we feel less than, or that we don't belong, or that we aren't respected, or that we're not valued, we tend to do things that we would never do, or that years later we look back and we're fucking ashamed, but we've already done it. And the sad part about you young people is almost everything you guys do is online somewhere. So they do dumb shit, and it's online now. So you sold pussy at 19. At 23, you finally realize you don't want to sell pussy. But everybody know you sold pussy because it was online. They see it. So no matter what you're doing, and then they'll start to fuck up your shit. So say if you're the woman who was doing that, and you decided to get with a dude, now you actually settled down. Well, guess who's going to pop up out of the woodwork to try to fuck up your marriage? Every one of them dudes you fuck. Every one of them going to say, oh, you think you going to not be a hoe? Well, I'm going to let your husband know you was a hoe. And now he got to deal with, I didn't know what you used to do, and now people clowning me. Same thing with a dude.
That's it.
One day you're going to wake up and realize you want to be a good man, and you want to be a husband and a father. But you know what you're going to have on your ledger? Bunch of kids you didn't want.
Just like you did when you found out that she was pregnant.
Yep.
You woke up and you got responsible and realized, I don't want to bring another life into this fucked up situation that I'm in, which is what most men do and think.
Yep.
But because you are with somebody who is broken, who is selfish, and who just outright wants a free check,
Yep.
you fall.
We don't think about finality until the finality. That's the sad part about us as men. We don't think about a woman getting pregnant until a woman calls us and says she's pregnant.
Yep.
We don't think about a bill being due to the fucking bills due. We don't think about our girlfriend or wife leaving us until we've done enough to make that bitch leave.
Yep.
And then if she fuck around and come back, what do most of us do? The same shit right over again. I'll never cheat on you, baby. I'm sorry. And that bitch fuck around and give us a chance. We go right back to doing the same shit. Because for some reason, you young people and most of us as human beings like walking the line of life and death, of rich and poor, of loss and gain. That's why we go to Vegas and gamble, even though we know Vegas is breaking everybody. We'll still go because we want to be the one person that survived. That's why you niggas are fucking bitches with a bunch of kids. That's why I said, if I know a bitch got a kid, I ain't even fuck with you like that. I have no use in kid pussy. I don't want to fuck behind that because I don't want to be your second baby daddy, third baby daddy, fourth baby daddy. I don't want to be any of that shit. I don't want the nigga who you had a baby with showing up at my house talking about I can come whenever I want, my kid live in that house. I don't need that. So you, sir, have put yourself in a position where this is going to follow you, and that woman sounds like somebody that's going to fuck with you and hound you and make your life horrible.
Yeah.
Just like Tyrese.
Accept it.
Yep. Just like Tyrese. That's the one thing I can say I'm glad about. But it took some building to this. But I don't have to argue with my daughter's mom. I barely talk to her. I think she sent me a message today. That was the first time she sent me a message in like a month. And it's just a general question. She just asking me how I was doing. And I said, I'm fine. I still don't like you. She said, I don't like you either. Just wanted to make sure you was alive. I know you got that nice size life insurance policy. Just thought, we get to cash in, but you're still living. So I call back next week to see if you're still alive. That's our discussion. I keep hoping her boyfriend would kill her. We got that kind of relationship. We friendly like that. We get along now. It's amicable.
Text message like, you ain't tired of her yet?
Right.
Don't you want to be free?
So, but no, what I'm
Imagine
saying
the
is,
life you could be living.
But what I'm saying is truly, brother, you gotta get to a point where you have accepted this because she's having it, and nothing you say can change that.
Right.
So you can decide to acquiesce, because that's what they're trying to do, break you down, especially when the baby's there. They're trying to make you say, this baby's here, you should want to be a dad. Even though a woman has the option to where if she don't want to have your baby because you ugly, lame, or broke, she can have an abortion. You can't stop her. She want to give it up for adoption, you can't stop her. But a man is forced to be a parent. That shit is fucked up. But sir, you are forced to be a parent, and you must decide, do you want to be in the life and let her bully you, or do you not want to be in the life and let the court bully you? Either way, you're going to be bullied. That's it.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate your advice.
All right,
Thank you
brother.
very much.
Thank you for the call. I hate to hear the young brother going through shit like that.
Man.
And I wish I could save people from that shit, because the girl and the dude, I wish I could put enough in the girl to where she felt enough about herself that she said, I don't want to have a kid by somebody with no job. Like, that's what saddens me about women. They don't really give a shit who get them pregnant. Like, come on, you can stop that. Why would you let a dude, both of y'all broke? And it ain't about money, because he could still be a bad person. But if you are not stable and a good person, the last thing you need to be is over someone. People don't take parenting very seriously. Do you understand that you have a life in your hand and it's like a brand new computer with nothing on it? You can put a good program on it, or you can put a fucking virus on it. And most of these mothers who are parents put viruses in their children. Whatever insecurity they had, they pass it to their children. Whatever the slutty behavior they have, they're slutty in front of their kids. These bitches don't even know how to stop being sluts when they become a mom. They'll still do slutty shit in front of their kids. When that girl came on my show, that bitch had 3 kids, was still doing porn. Talking about her kids was proud of her. Only women say dumb shit like that. There's not a boy in the world that's proud that his friends can look online and see his mama ass naked. What 15, 16-year-old boy is okay with that? Name one. But not this bitch. She came on my show and said, they're fine. I'm in the PTA. Shut up, bitch. You suck dick for a living. That's what you do. Like Geico. That's what they do. Bitch, that's what you do. And until you stop doing that, you will be labeled that way. And even when you stop doing that, who the fuck won't know you when they see you walking around? That's cinnamon love.
And just like you said, you get a computer and you got an empty hard drive, and you can either put a virus on it or you can put a good, strong program on it. Most women just want a computer.
Yeah.
They can give a rat's ass if it's a virus. They can give a rat's ass about the program. They could care less about all of the processor and the memory, and they could care less about that. They just want to say, I got a computer too.
Yeah, because they don't even say, like men at least think about that. That's why we know some people we want to get pregnant, some people we don't.
Nope.
Like if you fine enough and you hit me up and say, you know, I'm pregnant. Let me go and pass out these cigars. Hold on, bitch. But if you up here talking about, I'm pregnant. God, I got you pregnant? You did, nigga. You were hitting it from the back. And then she gonna tell everybody, God, dog. This bitch just call you, nigga, I'ma tell everybody. Nigga, I'ma tell everybody. I got dog. Now she telling everybody, make it horrible. So it is what it is. So ladies, y'all know what kind of bitch you are. When you tell a man you pregnant, he be like, no, 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 no. He turns straight into Chuck D. So that's when you know, bitch, you ain't shit. Nobody trying to get you pregnant. Bitch, that was an accident. So that's what is the difference between what is going on when we have people who could have families and then what we're doing right now in the black community, which is just procreating randomly. Let's see if we can go to some more phone calls. I get a few more phone calls in before I get up out in this piece. Somebody done called in with a private number. I'm going to fuck around. I'm going to answer just for shits and giggles. Who is this?
Oh, man, it's got, oh, that's right, it's my throwaway phone. What's up, Tommy? It's your boy Joker, man.
Oh, this nigga gonna call me from the trap phone. What's up? Hey, what's going on? That nigga done called me from that burn phone. Nigga he saw it ringing. He thought he had a shipment come in. You got my keys,
like,
nigga?
My dope.
Hey, my boy said unmuted. I'm like, I said unmuted. I said, oh, shit, he talking about me. I was like, fuck. So, my bad.
Go ahead, brother. You on the line. Talk to me. What's your thoughts?
It's funny, man, because me and my daughter was just having a conversation today. My daughter just turned 22, right? Now, we was working on some different things. Cause me and her mother, we had an issue back in the day to where it's been like on my daughter's third birthday. Her mother was like, I said, okay, I'm here to pick her up. Oh, she gonna be with his family. I'm like, what the fuck? Because this is my ex-wife. And
whoa. Hold, stop. What'd she say? She gonna be with who family?
With her new husband's family.
Oh shit,
I was
no.
supposed to have her on her third birthday.
That's how bitches get slapped. Go ahead.
She was on some bitter shit for real. To where it got so fucked up, bro. This is how fucked up it got. It got to a point to where I couldn't pick up my daughter on the weekends. I'm supposed to have her, but I better make sure that child support is paid. But she would tell me, oh, you need to make sure that you have her back. Man, let me tell you, this is what happened. Me and my daughter was talking today, right? So we working on this project where we trying to get her credit straight. That's what I said, go apply for a little gas card or go apply, just basically trying to help her get her shit straight. She hit me back and said that she couldn't get it straight because the electric bill was in her name and she owed money.
Jesus. Mama did it?
Yep. Mama swapping down. She didn't do it. These kids, and that's what made me think. I said, man, these kids, because that shit was an epidemic back in the 90s where parents was putting shit in their kids' name and shit like that.
Nigga, I still got a gas bill in my name from when I was 10. I've been paying that motherfucker off since 2000.
Damn. Yep.
Wow.
She can't get credit because her motherfucking mama put the electric bill in her name. And she was like, Dad, I don't have no bills. But I got this electric bill. I mean, I got a Sprint bill, but who don't got the Sprint shit? But her fucking mama put the electric in her name. So now we got to try to figure that shit out. But I told her, I said, well, you might be able to dispute it because if you're able to show that you didn't, that you was under 18 or whatever, we're gonna try to figure it out so where we can get rid of that shit.
You're like, look, guys, I was 8 when I got this deal. You're like,
right. Yeah, it's fucked up, man. But my story is, I feel Tyrese, but he should have stuck to being Mr. Left Cheek off Transformers. I mean, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Left cheek. He just stuck to that. But this shit here, it was a poor performance. I didn't think he should have did that shit, but it's making us look real bad.
It is.
But that's about it. That's why I ain't gonna get too much of my story because it gets worse than that. But I ain't gonna go too far into it.
Man, I feel bad for you, but yeah, Tyrese should have probably stuck to it a little bit different. Thank you for the phone call, brother. Let me see if I can answer another unknown call. That was a good one. It's usually somebody calling in and saying "fuck you." Who is this unknown caller?
Yeah.
Unknown caller.
Mike.
Hey, what up, Mike?
Yo, this Mike.
What up, Mike?
Yeah, man, I like that hat. Man.
All right, what's up, Mike?
Yeah, I heard the comment you made about Kanika Jenkins, man.
That's that dumbass bitch, that the whore that makes. She got a whole channel making videos about me. That's the bitch that called in and said my grandmama resting in hell.
Oh yeah, that bitch.
You got to be a sick ass bitch to just sit around. That's why can't nobody stand black women. That's why niggas is running away from black women in droves. Because you got a dumbass bitch who would say this shit, and you go look on her channel. It's actually bitches up there listening to this bitch, thumbs up in this bitch, telling this bitch. It would be one thing if you know, I don't like Tommy, and I like to see somebody talking about Tommy. When you hear somebody talking about Tommy's grandmother, mother, and his child, and you sit up there in her audience and be like, yeah, that shit's funny. That's some dumbass shit. And again, white women would at least say, okay, I can't back you up on this. You fuck with this man's grandmother, and she died. That's stupid. There's nothing funny about this. This bitch got an entire video called Tommy Sotomayor's grandmother rest in hell. She has a whole page of nothing but videos about me. Bitch talks 6-7 hours, straight hours. One time she talked 8 straight hours. 8 straight hours
crazy,
about me.
Man.
And the bitch has been calling for, I think it's like 4 or 5 years now. Every time she calls in, says the same old sick shit. Has her YouTube channel is a picture of me. And I don't even know who this bitch is. She never shows her face. Nobody knows who she is. And she got that sick-ass, irritating stalker voice. I'll let you hear one of her damn videos. Listen to this shit.
That's insane, man.
Listen to this shit that she's saying. Just listen. Where's that one? Hold on a second. I want to hear the one. It's called the death. It's called the death of Grandma Sotomayor. Listen.
Okay, so that's what the chat said. I just wanted to share too. I need to hurry up and take a shower. I just wanted to share that last night I went on the Tommy Sotomayor show. He has this show where you can call in for like 2 minutes and just say whatever the hell you want to say to him. And I called in and I shared with him how I felt as though he was a hypocrite and a coon. And of course, he always has some justification. Well, this is why I. You know, I really hate that motherfucker. If I could just take an X-Lax and just doodle all over him, I will. I mean, and you shouldn't hate people, but I cannot stand this motherfucker for the hate that he spews about black people, specifically about black women. So when I get off the phone with him, he's gonna reply and say, well, I didn't speak bad about Charlie Murphy, and he was some drug addict. I guess he was, I don't know what the hell he was, to be honest. But he said Charlie Murphy was a drug, her narcotics. He never spoke of that lady's addictions. He said only great things about her.
She's saying that I never spoke of the woman from Star Wars, Carrie Fisher, who died. That I never talked about her addiction, but I talk about black folks' addiction, and then.
So I was on the floor last night working, but Yeah, so I'm kind of over him with his negativity. Again, I think that we're dealing with the spirit, an evil ass spirit, versus just dealing with the man. He's just an evil spirit, and I'm kind of over it. And I think the less we
This is
focus
the
on
picture
his
she
black
uses.
ass, I think he will go away.
So she said, the less we focus on his black ass, I think he'll go away.
So what is with the? I want to shit on him.
I wanna
and
shit on
he's
him.
an evil spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Listen
if
to
that's
her.
true or not. I guess if your ass had cancer, you can't say, well, I ain't gonna think about the cancer, maybe it'll go away. I guess you have to kind of deal with the cancer, get some chemotherapy or something. But they have, there's people that are trying to take him down, and his black ass just keep coming back. This is a demon. Once that demon is out of you, it comes back, and it comes back 7 times more powerful. And I didn't get that out the Bible. Maybe I did read it in the Bible. But anyway, it comes back 7 times more powerful. This motherfucker needs a serious exorcism.
It's a grown motherfucker.
And again, I
And
truly
people wonder why
believe
people look
that
at black women like they're idiots.
he was an evil spirit that was brought to this world through that evil Grandma Sotomayor. Because if you do a record check on her, on his grandmother, and I'm not going to put her name out there, you can't find anything on her. It's like she just appeared in this world. She wasn't born.
If you do a record check on this guy on YouTube who I watch, grandmother, first off, she lying, just like that motherfucker who said, I went to, what that white dude say? I went to Cuba and found Tommy's, his family, because you know Tommy's from Cuba. Yeah. Big ass Panamanian flag, but he say I'm from Cuba.
He's from Cuba.
And you know this white boy didn't travel no motherfucking where. But he sits up there and says, it's actually pronounced Sotomayor instead of Sotomayor. That's what I learned from his aunt. And his aunt said that when he was growing up. Stupid shit. This bitch sits here and says this kind of shit. And all of these people, we got to get Tommy off the internet. What kind of bullshit is that? That's why black people are stupid. You don't like what this one guy says, so you got to get him off the internet. But David Duke don't have to get off the internet. Mark Dice don't have to get off the internet. They don't fuck with no white people. To the point of where this bitch sits there now and on her page and on her latest videos, she's saying, donate to me so I can take Tommy out. So she's telling, there's like, right now, no lie, there's 30 YouTubers who make videos about me every day. And their whole gimmick is, we're going to take him out, so give us money so I can take him out. So I've basically created an economy for blacks on YouTube. Yeah. And them niggas aren't even thanking me and saying, well, we making a lot of money fucking with this guy. We're making a lot of money saying his name. Why the fuck are we trying to fuck with him like this? Listen to the rest.
Born of... that is in the Bible. She wasn't born from the body of a human. It's like she just appeared. There's no records of her.
She's talking about my grandma.
She just appeared. And
that's why you know black women ain't shit.
But she was,
because if black women were shit, the black women who listen to this, if black women were worth a fuck, the women who listen to this would say, okay, I can't rock with you.
Yes.
I can't rock with you. Not on this. You can say whatever you want to say about this man. Yeah. If you claim you taking up for black women, why is it you fucking with a black woman that had nothing to do with this? You just making shit up. If you look up her, you can't see where she came from anywhere. If you look up records, she disappeared.
He's a demon that has come back 7 times stronger and just appeared out of nowhere. And then people saying, okay, I can hear she's saying, I'm
sick shit. Produce this evil shit that we have today.
This evil shit.
To Grandma Sotomayor, I hope your spirit is burning in hell, bitch.
Somebody she don't even fucking know.
I hope your spirit is burning in hell, bitch.
Wow.
to a woman she'd never met. And y'all think I would say that black women, and you wonder why I say black women ain't shit? You got to be the most evil group of motherfuckers on earth. Most of the men who fuck you and get you pregnant don't want you. That's why you just have babies randomly. That's why you spend most of your time in court trying to ruin a dude's life. That's why you get mad when some rapper dates a non-black girl. That's why you get pissed when some athlete is with a non-black girl. Hell, that's why they got pissed when I was with one. Them motherfuckers was heated.
Man, that's insane, dude.
And they
the
always...
fact that somebody has the time and the energy and the resources and the conviction to do something like that for that amount of time and that many times over and over and over and over again.
The motherfucker is on welfare like most motherfuckers is on welfare. So, and I'll give you one last thing before I go to the phone lines again. I'll probably do a separate video to talk about this just to show y'all what kind of shit. Look at the video she put up. 2 days ago, Tommy Sotomayor supporters speak out about, and then look how long she talked. 4 hours, 45 minutes, and 17 seconds. The video before that, Tommy Sotomayor intensive, let's do this. 8 hours and 1 second. 8 straight hours. 8 straight hours and 1 second. The video before that. The video before that, Tommy Sotomayor is a hypocrite. 3 hours and 43 minutes and 41 seconds. It seems crispy. Tommy Sotomayor is brewing up, I don't know what else the rest it said, brewing up another scam. 1 hour, 27 minutes and 5 seconds. Tommy Sotomayor's supporters speak out about the lies and betrayal. 3 hours and 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Tommy Sotomayor is now being attacked by his non-black supporters. 1 hour, 55 minutes and 51 seconds. On the games we play, Tommy Sotomayor, 3 hours and 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Tommy Sotomayor must be removed from social media. Let's do this. 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Tommy Sotomayor's gay lover wants to come out. 3 hours, 10 minutes and 47 seconds. Tommy Sotomayor is being kicked out of his mansion. This was a month ago. 2 hours, 20 minutes and 7 seconds.
And it's like, the thing is that she's
and there's
doing
more.
a specific topic. And spending 8 hours on one topic? How do you do that?
First video, Tommy Sotomayor is a cancer a year ago. She's been doing this for a year. Next video, Troll Corner, me. Trolls Corner, me. The death of Grandma Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor getting exclusive footage in South Bronx hood. Lunch break, the importance of Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor punched in the face by Mr. Baltimore. Tommy Sotomayor begging for Charlemagne the God's attention. Tommy Sotomayor, overlord of the black sector. Tommy Sotomayor stressing over pro-blacks. Is Tommy Sotomayor a threat to the blacks? The evil that lies within the black community. Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor, keep my name out of your mouth. Whole channel.
That's insane, dude.
Oh, man, it's several of them. Somebody pointed me to another motherfucker that was doing it. Somebody named Rockboy54. Rockboy54 got a video called Tommy Sotomayor Exposed. Tommy Sotomayor exposed for hate speech. Tommy Sotomayor exposed for being a bitch. Tommy Sotomayor says fuck the son when he had something. What does it say? When he was 21 years old. The lies that Tommy Sotomayor tells. Who's going to get a crispy dog just to piss off Tommy? Tommy Sotomayor, the biggest hypocrite. Oh, y'all can't see it. Hold on. I'll let y'all. I forgot. It has to be over here. There it is. Look at all the damn videos this man made about me. Look at that.
What the fuck, man?
It's several of them. There's 30 people. I literally allow those people to make money. They make money off of me, but they tell the world that they don't want me. They don't want me around. But what the fuck would they talk about if I wasn't on YouTube? What would they talk about? Yeah. If your whole existence is based upon me. Your whole existence.
That's a whole nother level of obsession, man.
I wake up every day. That one nigga got 4 channels, the True Seaman. He got 4 damn channels where he talks about me. 4. Every day, 4 channels. One day he talked about me for 15 fucking hours straight. 15 hours straight. God. I don't talk about me for 15 fucking hours straight.
And it's like, yeah, that's what I don't understand. It's like, how do you have that much to say about somebody day in and day out for that long? How do you do that?
But imagine how it is, and that's why I tell people keep saying, I wish I was Tommy, I wish I put my, you don't want to be me. You don't want to wake up every day just to know motherfuckers is fucking with you. Who the fuck want that on their damn resume? Think about it.
That's crazy, man.
Me and a white girl were getting along, everything was awesome. Them niggas start fucking with her. Fucked up the relationship. That one video of where a bitch was walking behind her filming it and put it on YouTube. That go the white bitch that Tommy date walking behind this bitch filming her. Who the fuck does that? Imagine if a white girl walked behind a black girl saying, that go that black bitch that so-and-so date. What do you think would happen to her? She'd lose her job. She'd be called racist. But you can call a motherfucker a white bitch in a minute.
Yep.
She didn't even consider herself white like that because she was Armenian. But still, this white bitch, she was like, I can't take this. I remember on the day she left, she said, the people around you make it. She said, I see why people hate black people. Those are the last words.
Damn.
And I said, you know what? I understand. As this fine bitch walked out the door. But I said, I understand why you leaving me. Who the fuck would want to deal with that shit? Insecure ass black hoes fucking with you and you ain't did shit to them. They found out where she got her breast done. I mean, shit I didn't even know. I was like, God, dog.
I can't deal with that, man. That's a whole nother level of obsession, dude. And it's like for somebody to be going that far. And it's not like, hey, you made this video and it was just crazy and outlandish. You spent 8 hours talking about
and you moved on.
And you just left it that way. But no, you got 29 other ones in the same fashion talking about the same shit. Man, that's crazy.
And you can imagine what's going on in the heads of these people when they're doing this every day. And I wake up every day just to see it. You saw what happened today when I was live. I couldn't even do a show without the comment section being full of stupid motherfuckers that just want to be recognized. Saying shit like, how does your daughter's asshole feel when you put your dick in it? Who writes something like that?
Something like that.
Some stupid shit. What that mouth do?
Man.
What man asks another man what his mouth do?
Mouth do.
Anyway,
man, I can't deal with that shit, man.
I went on a tangent, and I do apologize. Let me go and answer these few more calls so I can get off this show and go jack off. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. I'm jacking the fuck off. That's the only way I can feel better about myself. I'm gonna jack off and come in my hand and rub it on the TV screen. Just
make sure you play that song.
Well, I'm gonna wax on, jack off, jack on, jack off. Stop singing that shit. Let's go to another phone call. Let me go back to Georgia. 678. Georgia, you in the house. What's up? What's up with these niggas sleeping? Wait a minute. Oh, chainsaw won't turn on. Oh. Chain broke, I guess. Let me go. Let me go and get him out. Am I really putting niggas to sleep like this? Is that what's going on? New York, big city of dreams. 347, you're on the line. What the fuck is up?
Hello?
Hey.
Tommy?
Yes.
Oh, hey, live.
Hey, live.
Talk to us.
Hey, live.
Talk to us.
How you doing, Tommy? How you doing, Brian?
What's happening?
You guys.
Talk to us. What are your thoughts on Tyrese?
Talk about Tyrese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know what he cried like? He cried like when he ran in the house, that baby boy with the gun, and then Melvin, he had wiped it down. He cried just like that. So
Ray told him how to wipe it down.
He cried just like that. And then also,
I'm glad none of y'all done seen me cry. Y'all see me cry on the show, but I just cry, like, I do a soft cry. I be like, It'd be a solid. It'd be a nice cry. I don't do. Ooh,
You don't do the ugly face.
like,
right?
cause you know I ain't done the crying in a long time with the snot coming up my nose. You know when it's just dripping.
That little bubble and just running.
Like I haven't done that one. So Tyrese did look pretty bad. He did look pretty bad. They do this to me.
They doing this to me.
The phone is breaking up.
You said my phone breaking up?
It might be. It just started. Like my phone just started breaking up. The reception started getting bad. I'm not sure, but I mean, personally, I don't have children, so that's one thing I can't really talk about. But I'm just saying, he just happened to have that Shayla Ross sweater on. Like, he don't have a publicist. Nobody's telling him to be easy.
I think people might be taking their hands off of Tyrese. Because if he had a real publicist, his publicist would have never told him he didn't want to be in Fast and Furious 9 or whichever one they had if The Rock come back. Like, yeah, people going to miss you over they'd rather see Fast and Furious with you in it than The Rock. I mean, you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know why he wanted to get with that.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. I would never said no shit like that. I'd have never said, you know what, it's either me or Vin Diesel.
It's like people have too much yes men. Like nobody's ever told them like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea, or like retire your Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
Just chill. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
But I think somebody probably did say something, because then he's like, I don't know if I'm doing anything illegal. I don't know if I'm doing it. Why are you on there?
Tyrese was rehearsed. This shit was rehearsed, but badly. It was rehearsed. Exactly. He wrote it. It was a script, but Woody Allen did not write this shit. It was a bad script.
Desperate attempt done very poorly.
It was like Matthew.
Said, though,
well, it was like Matthew McConaughey. He took The Dark Tower instead of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I mean, did you not read both scripts, sir?
Yeah.
It's like Will Smith. Will Smith said, I could be Neo in The Matrix, or I could do The Legend of Bagger Vance. History will say he made a mistake. History will say.
I didn't know that. He had a chance to be.
Yes, they wanted him to be Neo.
Did you see all the memes about him today? They just over here calling him Tyrese.
Yeah, I got it on my website. They stole it from me. That's what I said the first video I saw.
You seen the one? You seen the one where they was like, what you say to Sally Mae, where he was like, I paid $13,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The internet has no chill.
No, they don't have no chill on that. But how do you feel about it though? Do you think?
I don't know. I think she's just salty. Baby mama salty because he ain't put a ring on it. You know, she and her still feels.
Let me ask you this: what me and my man Brown's been asking? Why is it that women don't stand up for men's rights?
You know, I don't know. It's feel like we only do it when it's like our brothers, our uncles, our cousins dealing with their ratchet ass baby mamas. I mean, you know what it is? It's like men, they always have like the thing of being strong, the ones that being weak, and women are really supposed to, you know, aid and assist, but be to the side. So then it's like, when things like that happen to men, it's like, you strong, you can deal, you take it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's right, but that's just what it's looking like.
Do you?
I mean, me personally, I have two younger brothers. I wouldn't want them getting into situations like that.
So, but let me ask you this. If your brother got into a situation like that and you saw his ex-wife, would you say something to her?
Say that one more time?
If your brother was in the same exact situation Tyrese is in with his ex-wife, would you say something to your ex-sister-in-law, to her?
My brother was in the same situation when I was.
Would you say something to her? Would you address her if he was in the same exact situation that Tyrese is in?
Yeah, I mean, I would try to speak to her. So first of all, if my brother was in a situation, I would have told him to stay off of the gram. But if he was in a situation, I wanted to talk to her before it even got to the court. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, like I said, I don't have children, so I can't really say, oh, I would do this, I would do that. You never know what you would do until it's time. But I'm just saying, like,
you're right.
Man,
Every woman
making the baby.
Every woman I know who said they would never do that, as soon as they got pregnant by somebody, they did it. I think if you give a woman a gun, she will use it. They love to say what they won't do because they're jealous of the girl who's actually doing it, but they want the opportunity to be just like Tyrese's baby mama and get $13,000 a month. Most women, if you ask them, would you fuck, and it could be the oldest ass, because remember, online, a lot of black girls are being this thing called sugar baby, and they fucking these old ass white dudes. They be fucking motherfuckers in their 70s just to get like a couple dollars a month. Right? So if they're willing to do that, you know they fuck Tyrese to get $13,000 a month.
Daddy's taking me shopping.
Right. So you know they do that. So most women who say, I'd never do that, I look at them and I'm like, oh God, really? You would do that, because they never, if women wouldn't do it, they would call out the women who did it, and they would call them out publicly. But they don't. They only say it in small areas where men are, just to be able to fuck those men where the men are. Because they want us to feel comfortable enough to fuck them raw so they can do the same thing to you that somebody else did. That's it. Because if they really felt that way, they would be out publicly calling these women out. What do you think, dear?
But you know, sometimes with females, we may even feel a way about what another female is doing. But when you express your opinion, even respectfully, eloquently, you express your opinion, you're a hater. You know what I'm saying? You're hating on her. All these haters and da-da-da. But you just really trying to be like, yo, sis, tighten up. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just throw your little eye emojis and you keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's the scary part, too. You hear what she's saying, Brian? Yeah. That most women are afraid of black women. Most people are afraid of black women. You watch them on the bus. People are afraid to say something to them. I remember in high school, they used to do all kind of shit to white girls and mixed girls, and they wouldn't say anything. They would grab them by the... I remember seeing one of them cut a bitch hair in class. The white bitch was just sitting there. The black girl grabbed her shit and... I'm like, who does shit like that?
It's like it takes it, and I guess, man, it's funny as shit at how you relate black women to the
Terminator.
Black Terminatrix and calling them B-teens and they Terminators. What did it essentially take for the T-2000 made out of liquid steel to be destroyed? It took an older Terminator, and that's exactly what it's going to take to stop these Terminators. It's going to take another Terminator to actually go up against this Terminator, the one that's out there. And it's like the women that see this, most women, especially black women, most of us ain't going to say shit. Most women ain't going to say shit until they hit home. Now, when they hit home to another black woman or another black woman to be ready to fight, you talking about Battle Bot Central. It's going down.
Right. When a woman's trying to, like when it's a mom and a woman's trying to fuck her son over. Like, here's the funniest thing I've seen. I've seen black women fuck athletes to get a bunch of money. The son grows up to be an athlete. Now this bitch is checking every girl that's trying to fuck with her son. When her whole life was that.
Ain't gonna do my son. You bitches ain't gonna take advantage of my son. He a prince.
Mm-hmm. So
you ain't gonna do that to him. Yeah.
So sometimes we don't really, until they hit home, like it's our brothers, our cousins, our nephews going through the bullshit, then we want to, be proactive. My coworker put me on to you, Tommy, months ago, and at first, I did not care for you. I did. But then I'm like, and he's like, well, you should call up there. But I've listened and I've heard the way you can tear somebody apart if they don't do their research and they don't come at you with facts and all of that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to him before I call up there. But the more I started listening, I'm like, yo, he's not lying. Like, you know, I'm not the type to be wrong and strong. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. But, you know what I mean? It's hard to fight you when we be doing some things, you know. Black women, we got to get it together sometimes. I mean, I may not say it the way you say it, but what you're saying is not untrue. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Well, and that's how I try to do it. Like, I want people to not listen to 15 minutes and think that I'm good or bad. I want them to listen to the long versions of what I'm saying and try to understand what I'm trying to get at. Yes, even in this situation, I sent Tyrese a message letting him know, look, I fuck around and make jokes, but I really do feel bad for his situation because he shouldn't have to do this at all. This shouldn't be a thing that he has to do. This shouldn't be a fight that he has to fight. No man should have to fight to be a parent in their kid's life. It should be a right.
When it's some women that's begging, pleading anything for their baby father to want to be there.
Mm-hmm. So that's what scares me the most, is that these men are doing this fighting and we're watching and laughing, but not trying to help. See, me, I'm laughing at the shit because it's funny, at the way he doing and shit like that, because I laugh at everything.
I'm laughing because it don't feel good. Like, I honestly feel like he, you know what I'm saying, he's really troubled and really upset about, you know, the court situation. All men would be. I'm laughing because it just feel like I'm watching a scene from Movie Girl.
Yeah.
That's why I'm laughing. And I'm like
that part when he talking about you do this to your child.
They'll fuck up their whole legacy. So sweet.
Right, and the fact is, this stays with you, and I wish a lot of people would understand, including myself. The shit you put out there online in these videos, even when you try to take them down, somebody done copied it. Now, like when I'm doing live shows, motherfuckers is copying them live while the show is playing live, just in case I take it down immediately or put it on private. It don't matter. If I said it live, they see it. So we need to start asking the young people to understand everything that you put out there can come back on you. When you sending your titty pictures to your boyfriend, if you send it to a boyfriend that ain't shit, that's going to enter the internet. When you letting him record you fuck, which I love doing, it going to go to the internet if a motherfucker's an idiot. So we have to be careful of what's on the internet. I'm going to give you the last word. Do you see Tyrese in this instance as weak, or do you feel pity?
No, I don't think Tyrese was weak. I don't think so at all. Like, it's nothing. I feel like what he did was just a little extra. But, like, I don't feel like he's weak. As a matter of fact, a man, especially a man that you may not necessarily see him showing a lot of emotions and things like that. Just because a man shows emotions, sometimes that makes him even stronger. You know what I'm saying? To be able to be like, I can be like, this hurts me. I'm still a man all day. I still provide. I still get everything to take care of. But what happened, what you did, or what was done to me, it hurts me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're strong, don't mean you're human. Everybody human. Everybody can feel human emotions.
All right. Well, thank you for thank you for the phone call, and I hope you continue to listen and share. And don't be mad at me no more. Go ahead, young man. What do you think about what she just said?
I agree with what she said, and it's the fact that I believe that. I mean, he's talking about a dude who's a $25 million dude, man. And for him to make something this cheesy, I think that it was just an act of desperation. I think that it was an act of him not knowing what to do and not having the proper guidance, not having any type of strong backing. I even believe the cats in his camp, they not even there to support him. Not his billionaire friends, whatever, but I mean like his immediate everyday dudes. They are just a bunch of yes men putting him, because if he was my friend, I would say, hey, bro, don't do this. Don't do this to yourself, because I understand that you're vulnerable. I understand that you're feeling helpless, but we're going to go about this the smart way. Let's do something different. And if we got to eat it a little bit on this, then so be it. But I don't want you to just play yourself to a point of no return to
Yeah.
where you become a joke. And that's what I think he's kind of like, he's teetering on that now, to where he's not, you know, he's not putting himself in a position to where he can level the playing field, where he can kind of, you know, make himself, you know, appear to be the victim. I think he's putting himself to where he's going to be taken as a joke and even possibly be looked at as unstable. You know, this dude is off his rocker. He tripping, he crazy, whatever the case may be, if he's doing stuff like that. Because people talking about the airplane thing with the banner, he on here, and just the words he's using, the way that he's acting, it can be taken and misconstrued a lot of different ways, you know. So,
thank you to my girl Chastity. Chastity sent me something. Chastity sent me an email where that woman who I let y'all hear on the video, in the comment section, that woman says, I figured out who David Kelly is. One of my fans. We'll be stirring up some shit on him too. Then I'm going to get some of his female supporters exposed for their bullshit. Then she said, I'll take the stupid comment, Cornelius, because the dude called her stupid, said, but I'm still going to contact his superiors come Monday morning. I will be sending them a few emails containing Tommy Sotomayor's videos. I will also be contacting a few more employers of Tommy Sotomayor's supporters with videos.
wow.
You just think of some shit like that. Think of that. Think of that.
I tell you this though. You keep on going after these everyday people, you won't come across some hitters.
That's why I said. That's why they hide themselves. You wouldn't sit up there and be showing your damn face and doing that. And that's what makes me say, like that white boy called me a coward while hiding his face. Fuck, that makes sense. I'm a coward and you hide your face. Let me answer some more phone calls. I'll do this some other time. Let me answer a few more phone calls so I can get up out of here. My hand is calling me. What's going on? I'll answer another unknown phone call. If it's that bitch, you got a couple seconds to say your stupid shit. There we go. That was really quick. Unknown phone caller. Bitch, you got a couple seconds.
Bitch.
All right, good job. That's her. Call from 2 phones.
Wow.
How sick can you be? That's her. I just wanted y'all to see how crazy this bitch is. 612, caller, you're on the air. 612 5 4 3 2.
Oh, no.
228, caller, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello?
Yes.
We're here. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Tommy and Brian?
Yeah, what's up, man? Talk to us.
Hey, well, about the whole, situation with Tyrese, I think he went about it the wrong way. I mean, that's something you do with your homeboys, like, drinking at the house or something.
You can't even do that to me.
You
can no. We drinking and shit. You talk about some, why are you doing this to me?
Shayla,
No.
you was doing to me.
Yeah, no.
Like,
We got.
you shut your ass up.
Yeah, you done ruined the crying. There ain't no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
I know we ain't playing baseball,
Right.
but nigga, we was watching it. I mean,
Yeah.
But no, that ain't even
somebody
something.
aside from somebody dying
Yes.
in your arms or somebody like your mama, that's the only time you get to sob around me, nigga. You one of my boys. You can get the silent, the single tear on the outside,
Yeah.
not even the inside. You got to get this tear. You can get that. But they got to be with somebody. Your mama died in your arms.
Yeah,
you held her till she took her last
Yeah,
breath.
you got to
Then
cry.
You can say,
You got to cry to me silent. That ain't what it sounds like when thugs cry. I'm telling you now. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess my thing is, I mean, he needed an outlet somewhere, and I guess he went to the internet for that shit, which he shouldn't have did, but, I mean, it does make us all look weak. But I mean, as far as myself, I'm 32, and thank God I don't have any kids, and will never have kids because of the current child support system. But I do have friends that are in similar situations as Tyrese, and they're being kept away from their kids and paying child support, and they sound just like him. They complain, they cry. I mean, it seems like it's just a fucking reoccurring thing in America.
But let me ask you as a man, why is it that we as men don't do shit? If we watch all these men
it's
crying,
like we can't come together and do anything.
So why do you think? I mean, my thing is this: tomorrow there's gonna be another man that's gonna put himself in this exact same situation. There's some dude right now sleeping with some chick that he really know don't mean him too much earthly good, but he's still sleeping with her raw. He won't put on a condom. He ain't trying to put on no condom, or he believing that she on the pill or that she on the shot, and instead jeopardizing his future and the kids that he want to have, with his wife or whatever's future someday down the line. Why is that?
I can only boil it down to ignorance.
When you say ignorance, ignorance is when you just don't know something. Ignorant being like you have no knowledge about it. It's something you have not been educated on. That's ignorant.
No,
But when you look at the Charlie Sheens, you look at the Tom Cruises, you look at the Tyrese Gibsons, you look at the Brendan Frasers, you look at all of these men, you look at the men that are paying these outrageous amounts of child support, and then you look at the ones that because we all know somebody who's on child support. We all know somebody who's being, fucked up by the system. It's like when you see all of this around you, how do you think you yourself will be exempt from that, or you, knowing how bad it is, expose yourself to that and put yourself in that situation?
I mean, looking at those situations, that's the exact reason why I refuse to put myself in that situation, because I know that if it did happen, then I'm not going to be exempt. I'm going to be subject to, have my wages garnished. I'm going to be subject to being forced to be a parent when I don't want to be a parent. So, I mean, that's why, I don't put myself in that situation. And when other guys do it, and you try to break it down to them, like, why are you, doing this? And it all boils down to, they say something about your sexuality. Like, you must be gay. You must not like pussy. Like, no, I think I just like money more. Other guys.
You ain't got to say you like money. I think we need to get to the point. Well, you don't even have to say you like money. I think we as men need to get to the point where we say we respect ourselves.
Yeah.
True.
And that's what I believe. That's what I believe it has come to. We have looked. We don't think that highly of ourselves, and then when it comes to us and how we deal with our women, we make ourselves the subservient ones. We make ourselves the ones that are second-class citizens when it comes to how we interact and how we engage with women. Because we want pussy, we make ourselves subservient to what it is that they want, no matter how bad they are. Not somebody that has their stuff together, somebody who can actually help you become a better person, who can help you benefit, with their resources and their finances and their time and things like that, where you can learn something and actually level up with a woman. But we do it with just the lowest of the low. Woman who ain't got shit, got 6 kids, like a trick daddy mama. That dude that slept with her and she was on kid number 9. Why are you with this person? You mean to tell me ain't no other pussy out here? You got to have this one right here, and you got to have it to the point to where you have it without a condom. And she get kid number 10. Come on, man. We have got to do better than that. She gets kid number 11. We got to do better.
Yeah, we as men can't be putting our dick in that. That doesn't make sense. Hey, brother, thank you so much for the phone call. Let's see if I can sneak in I keep saying sneak in a couple more. 513. Do I know where that's at? Hey. Sir, you got to turn it. All right, you got to turn us off in the back. Go ahead.
Kerry?
Yes, sir. Talk to us.
Oh, yeah. My personal opinion about whether Tyrese was showing weakness or not is I think he was trying to put on like too much in this situation. Like he tried to, I guess, overstep his bounds as a word. Like he tried to like get people on his side in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like he should. He's like, if you have to do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I agree. Go ahead.
No. Like if you want to do stuff like that, like put like it out for the world to see, at least don't make it so phony. Like because that was pretty fake, bro. Like
it was. I mean,
the fake crying.
It just looked bad. My opinion. It just looked bad.
No, like all these like the females that be on your videos that be crying over they lost baby daddy or they lost child and they don't know tears be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you an actor, you act for a living. How can you be so phony when you're trying to address something so serious?
Yeah, I get
like,
that.
Personally, like I feel his situation. Like I don't have any kids personally, but I feel the situation. Like he wants to be a part of his child's life, and like his baby mama's making that hard for him. But you shouldn't come on to a national platform or international platform and make a fool of yourself.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. Well, aside from like the legal ramifications that I was talking about, having contracts and things like that already in place because you can't do it after the fact, what does a man do when he is faced with the situation that he's faced with? You haven't seen your daughter in 2 months. You're going through this legal battle about custody. And to top it off, you paying this chick $13,000 a month. What do you do, man? Where is your recourse? Where is your path that you take? Where is your paperwork that you file to level the playing field?
2 words.
And at the end of the day, that is the problem.
2 words. Hitman. Go ahead, brother.
Right. Yeah.
Punish her. Not punish her, but punish her. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if you're paying 13 bands a month, you should at least be able to. I mean, listen, my parents was like separated from the time I was a young child, and my pops only paid like a couple $100 a month for 3 of us. For you to be paying $13,000 for one child, like you should at least be like an equal parent. Like it should be like joint.
Bro, no, you
should be the primary parent.
So right
if you
there,
think about it,
so right, exactly. So that's exactly what I mean. Right there, what you're saying is that you paying $13,000 a month, you should at least have 50-50. Here's the question: you paying $13,000 a month?
What is she doing?
What fucking child needs $13,000 a month?
You can't spend $13,000 a month on a child. You can't.
It's impossible. That's the question that people need to be asking. That's the part of the system that we need to be attacking.
Yep.
Because you can't expect somebody to just say, "Oh well, I know this $13,000 that y'all giving me is a bit much. I'm gonna give him back this 10." Ain't nobody gonna do that. We need to be questioning the 13. How the fuck do you get $13,000 a month, $200,000 a month, $150,000 a month? There is no way possible that something like that should happen. But like Tommy said earlier, you can kill a motherfucker as a doctor, and the most the motherfucker's gonna get is $100,000.
She getting paid more than some actual doctors. She getting paid by more than the teachers who teach the children. She's getting paid more than the people who go and empty your damn trash, who do all kinds of stuff that we would not do. And they do this shit for 60 hours. This motherfucker's up there living good. All she had to do was fuck a nigga once. So she even got some enjoyment out of what she did, got pregnant, and literally she's getting paid $100. In the lifetime of that kid, she'll get $3 million.
Wow.
Listen,
what is that? Somebody in the chat put in there. That's $156,000
on my
a year.
student loans, and it's gonna take me like 2 more years to pay that shit off.
Mm-hmm.
Like $13,000 in a month, bruh. Like, bro, if I made $13,000 a month, my niggas would never see me again.
Shit, you know, motherfuckers
Like,
are. I told a motherfucker.
I'd be on the island sipping colada somewhere.
Listen, for I already know I do some wild shit for a Klondike bar. You know what the fuck I do for that? You know what the fuck I do for 13 grand a month?
I think he knows he's done some wild shit for a Klondike
I've done
bar.
some wild shit for a Klondike bar. The Klondike is good.
And chocolate and vanilla drives me crazy. I do anything for it.
For that chocolate covered ice cream, loaded big and thick, no room for a stick.
But yeah, no, like, but like I was saying, like, for $13,000 a month, man, like, do you know how grateful my mom would have been for like half that a month? Like my college would have been paid for.
My mom would have been ecstatic if she could have got a fourth of $13,000. Most people would be ecstatic if they could get a fourth of $13,000 working a 60-hour week.
Exactly, man.
Right, bro. I hate to put a price on a child, but that's essentially what this does.
You can absolutely put a price on the child.
They do it.
Absolutely can put a price on the child. You put a price on everything else. It's done all the time. So if you can take $13,000 and put that and say this is you putting a price on a child in that instance right then and there. So you can govern it. You can put a price on it and say this is the amount, this is the threshold, this is the limit. You break it up and just say this is what it is. You ain't getting no more than this. You're done. And when you can get to that point, then you'll have people rethinking the shit they're doing. And if for those people that are watching this that say, well, he can't be living, he's $25 million strong, and he living the way he living now, she should be able to live that. Okay, if you want your daughter to live the way that her father is living, then your daughter should live with her father. It's that simple.
If money matters so much, how about this, Brian? If money matters so much, give the baby to the person with the money.
That's it. Why not? She got to be there. She the mother. She raises that kid. For $156,000.
Yeah, but Tyrese would let her see. Tyrese would let her see
that, and you can come see her whenever.
Tyrese would let her see that kid whenever, and would fly her or the kid back and forth. He'd do it with no fucking problem. It still wouldn't cost him $156,000 a year. He wouldn't ask her for a fucking dime. It still wouldn't cost him $156,000 a year. And they know this. Go ahead, brother.
The best of care.
The mother is supposed to be a better parent.
Go ahead, brother. You get the last word.
I'm sorry. What I was saying is they say the mother is supposed to be the better parent. But I'm sorry, but when you work $25 million and you're paying $13,000 a month, what the fuck does that mother actually have to do?
Nothing.
Besides, like, make sure the child has adequate food and adequate.
She don't even do that. She get nannies.
That shit on herself.
No, she don't do that. She get nannies at that point. Do you understand a bitch making $13,000 a month tax free who just sit in the house? That bitch don't even take her own kid to school every day.
Exactly. That bitch getting the nanny.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like, she's spending 95% of that money on herself, like maybe more.
She's spending it all on her because the kid already got it.
And then listen to what people are saying. And this is what I don't like, though. Hold on, brother.
Something comes out of his favor.
No. Go ahead. I'm going to let you finish.
Sorry.
No, I'm going to let you finish. Go ahead, and then I'm going to move to the next call. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no, like, I hope something works out in his favor, man, but the way the system is set up against men, especially, like, black men and his power position, like, he has very little chance of being able to be a part of his daughter's life aside from being a paycheck.
Most of us are just paychecks. Hey, brother, thank you so much for the call. I'm going to see if I can answer 2 more phone calls I see. And then I'm going to we're going to call it a night because we've been taking 2 hours of phone calls. We were 2 hours, an hour prior to that, so we're doing good. We've had a long, nice show. And I want to ask the people, when we talk about parenting, and YouTube, Brian, when we talk about parenting, we talk about what the man brings to the table. Somebody just wrote in the comment section, Tyrese is worth $1,000,000. He probably dropped $13,000 at the strip club. Brian, isn't it that kind of thinking that's got us men in fucked up situations right now? Like, who the fuck says, well, he worked his ass off to get that money. Why do you think he should just give it to somebody else? It's the same shit we say in the United States with taxes. Well, that guy's worth $50 million. You think he's going to miss 10? You make $50,000 a year. Do you think you'd be all right with somebody just jacking you for $1,000? No, you wouldn't.
Exactly.
Even though you probably spend $1,000 on a TV or whatever the fuck, it's because it's what you wanted to spend it on because you worked for it. When somebody's jacking you for it, you don't feel the same way about it. Am I wrong?
Absolutely not. Because if I told whoever said that, if I told you that you have to spend a third of your check on what it is that I feel you should spend it on, you would be totally opposed to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to be saying to yourself, I go work for this money. I got this job. I do what somebody else is telling me to do so that I can get this check every 2 weeks. Well, you going to tell me third.
Mm-hmm.
If you making $900 a week, and I'm just taking $300 off top, so you even get your check, all you stuck with is $600. Oh yeah, it'll make a difference. It'll definitely make a difference because it's not the fact that you have responsibilities. Of course, we got responsibilities. I got a responsibility for my child. I have a responsibility to make sure that my child is taken care of and she has the things that I need. But I absolutely do not agree with the fact that you're telling me because I can go jack off $13,000 at the Rolex store. I can jack off $13,000 and get some red bottom. I sure can because I've earned that right.
Yep.
You tell me that it takes $13,000 to raise my kid when I know that I've been raising my kid and I ain't had to spend that kind of money every single month.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's bullshit.
Amen.
Plain and simple, it's bullshit. You cannot justify that in no shape, form, or fashion. And you don't get to govern how that money is being spent. I don't get to tell you, okay, well, you spend $400 on clothes, you spend $800 on shoes, you spend $900 on food. I don't get to tell you any of that. I just fork over a check to you, and you do with it as you will.
It's fucked up, man. Let's see.
And there's no checks and balances.
None. Nobody cares what she spends it on.
I can take that $13,000 and say, okay, for this month, because I got $8,000 left over from last month, I'm gonna go buy this Chanel bag for $15,000 because when I go to this party on Friday night, and the nanny come to take care of the kid for the weekend, I want to be something.
And guess who's gonna have to pay for his daughter's education? Not that bitch who getting $13,000 a month who should save it to pay for the education of the kid. Nope. Guess who's gonna have to buy that kid his first car at 16? Him.
Yep.
When she
Even,
wants
what's the lady's name? Mike Epps' wife.
Oh.
Mike Epps' wife said that she needed money for him to pay for a nanny. And those kids were like, I think the youngest was like 15. And she didn't work. Why do you need a nanny and you don't work?
For a 15-year-old.
Niggas, the youngest kid in your house was 15.
Niggas know when we were raised, you didn't have no fucking babysitter. When you was 8, you took your black ass home and hoped the drug dealers didn't get you.
Where the fuck do you think the term latchkey kid came from?
The latchkey kid was a white kid that came home about 8, 9 years old. We was black key kids.
We was no key.
When we first went to elementary, we came home by ourselves. And you better not burn and fuck up nothing either before I get home. You better not touch shit.
Yep.
Don't let nobody in the house.
What about this? You remember this? You sneak and get a hot dog and roast it over the eye on the stove with a fork.
Yeah.
So your mama won't know that you cooked. So you sit there roasting that hot dog, put it on the bun. It's all burnt and everything, and that's what you ate.
Or I would wait and look and see if they had a bunch of Vienna sausages. So you put the Vienna sausages on the fire.
On the stove?
Yeah, you put it on there, and then you go and throw it in the trash can outside so you didn't cook, and you don't have no evidence. That is a fucking shame, man. Let's go to get a couple more phone calls in. 404-431. What's up? Somebody said they were broke key kids.
Hello?
Hey, talk to us, dear.
Yes, hey. My name is Larissa.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an echo?
It probably is, but you got to talk through it. Go ahead. My system sucks, and I don't
make
know
sure
what the
your
fuck I'm
show
doing.
is muted.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was saying make sure your show is muted.
Oh, yeah, it's muted because I have you on my laptop, but I've muted it on my laptop.
Okay, well, go ahead. What is your thoughts about Tyrese? Do you think that his crying made him look weak, or do you think it made him a sympathetic figure?
I don't think that it makes him look weak. I'm just sad that he had to do it on, like on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so messed up how men these days that want to be in the kid's life have to beg for the woman to be in the kid's life. So it's just so sad to see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I absolutely
Very
agree.
sad.
I think that it was sad that we've gotten to that point as a people to where you got dudes doing that just to not necessarily get an hit, just to try to level the playing field. He hasn't seen his daughter in 2 months, and this is what he's resorting to, flying fucking planes and shit over the school to try to reach his daughter because he can't see it.
Go ahead, dear.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, dear.
Yes, and also there is a part that he was talking about, how his millionaire friends were not there for him while when they needed him, he was there. Like, that's just irrelevant because these days, especially people that have money, they only know you when you have money.
When he says he was there for them, well, here's my thing. When he says he was there for them, here's my thing. When he says he was there for them, was he there for them in the way that he's asking them to be there for him? Because you can't say,
that's a good question,
right? We need to understand that just because somebody was there for us in our time of need was a bit different than what their time of need was. So we can't say you should do this because he needs to understand these people are in the same position that you were in when he was talking about me. When he said, man, I understand what you're going through, but I can't get involved in that.
Yeah. Maybe he just, I don't know. I'm not sure if they at least call him, give him some kind of support, mentally support. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like more about the fact that, and I have seen it a lot, how women deny the father to be in their kids' life because they're mad at the father. It has nothing to do with a child.
Well, I think that's the main thing. It's like there is no common ground, and I think we try to complicate the issue by saying, well, you don't know what the relationship is like. At the end of the day, there has to be a thing to where we say, don't do this, and that should be, you don't put the child in the middle of this. Whatever things you all have to work out, whatever you all have to figure it out, but there is a thing to where kids are like, people say when they're talking about each other, kids are off limits. Kids should be off limits in custody battles, in child support battles, in divorces. It should just be off limits. It should be a common ground and say, hey, we're going to do what's best for the kids. Whatever the kids need, I got it. And it should be it. It should not be to where you have to work out this amount, that amount. I need more too. I need extra. None of that should matter when it comes to be hands off. But the other part to that is, hold on. The other part to that is, When that is not being done, not just men, not just women, but both need to go ape shit over it. Because if you saw Tyrese with that little girl and he was whooping her butt outside with a belt on or beating her ass, the entire country would be in an uproar. We need to be in that same type of uproar because we haven't seen her in 2 months because that shit matters. Mm-hmm. Somebody that I've seen every day, whenever I wanted, that I've had unlimited access to, because I'm sure that unless that dude in the middle of the scene, his daughter can call him and get in touch with him. But now she can't. And it's because of her mother. Everybody should be in an uproar. Everybody should be outraged. And that's what's not happening. The men and women that see this happening, the men chuck it up, but the women, the ones who have just as much equal power as she does, they need to be on her ass, and they are not. They're standing by saying, "Ooh, girl, that's something. I'm glad that ain't me. That's them. I hope they figure it out." No, you all should be outraged.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you the last word.
That's crazy. But my thing, I mean, just about the child support, like kids are not just made with us. Like a woman cannot just get pregnant on her own.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe if it was me, the parents need to be the prior. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Take your time.
And you can listen to me. I have an accent, so I'm African. So
yeah,
English
I can tell.
is my first language.
I can tell, but it's a beautiful accent. You, what are you? I would say either the Congo, Nigeria. Where is that?
No, I'm from Equatorial Guinea, and we were a Spanish colony. So.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and see if you can finish the sentence.
Okay. So what I wanted to say is there shouldn't be a division between parents when it comes to kids' custody. So if it was up to me, if I have to redo the whole law about child support and all that, I would just say that both parents have the same rights to see the kids. Because all this child support is just messing up the whole family, especially when it comes to us, Black people, women, we take it to the extreme. We see it as a bank account or as a stream of income,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is sad.
It is very sad, dear. I'm glad that you're on our side as far as the right side. It's not men, it's not women. We just got to call out right from wrong. So I thank you for being able to do that. I'm going to answer one more phone call from Atlanta. 404, caller, you're on the air.
What's going on, bro?
Not much. Talk to us. You got my man Brian in the building. There you go.
What's happening, Captain? How you doing, brother?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep. Go ahead, man.
What's up? It's a lot of jokes I can crack on this cat, but it's really serious.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us.
This thing it's crazy because this dude, man, he's upset. He's mostly upset because this machine that he's involved in and connected to ain't supporting him. See, he laid up on that. He laid up on that casting couch and got these parts, and now they ain't setting up for him.
You one of them people that believe he sucked dick.
Man, that dude all up in a booty, Tommy. You already know it.
Come on, I can't say that. That's my boy. He never tried me.
Now, the thing is, you know it, man. Come on, Tommy.
I mean, I don't know what he did to get where he at. He never tried me.
No, man. I ain't
and I'm a nobody, so I should be a nigga that they tried. They look, the only time I got tried once when I first went out there, they took me to this party, and there was cocaine on the table and with niggas in there sucking dick. I walked out. It was hoes sucking dick too, but then it was
to the back room, you'd have seen
right, because it was hoes at first, and then like it was hoes, then hoe ass niggas. And I said, wait a minute, some dudes. Like
hey, if you'd have went to that back room, you'd have seen Tyrese and what's his name, old Tyson.
Stop it.
But the thing is, man, look. Hey, look, man. But all jokes aside, it's wrong, man. I mean, it's wrong the way she's doing it. But when you put your foot in it, man, that's what you get.
Yeah. And
so it ain't no saving dude, man.
Does it look like she's jealous that he got married? Because we weren't really hearing much about Tyrese and his baby mama fucking with him before this, were we? Or am I missing it?
I don't think it's a jealous. Yeah, I think you're missing one thing.
What's that?
He stopped fucking her. That's what that was. If you stop doing what she wants you to do, then you're in trouble.
Nah, I still think it was the woman, because remember, he had stopped fucking her, but then he didn't get married, and now he got a baby on the way. I think it is a form of jealousy.
There might be a little jealousy involved in it.
You pull up a picture of Tyrese. You pull up a picture of both of them. It's the woman he married to now and the ex-wife.
Yeah, because that woman he married to now bad. Now get me a bitch like that.
Yeah,
I'm leaving all you hoes alone. Let me get me one of them Persians or whatever the fuck she is. He called her black.
But man, I do feel sorry for dude, man, because
but Tyrese a bit of I don't like.
Anyway.
No, it is, but I don't like the shit that Tyrese was doing. Like when he got that girl and he started calling her his black queen. Now you're just being a dick now.
Oh yeah.
He my dude, and I already said this to him.
But see, all of them gonna learn. All of them gonna learn, man. They kiss up to these motherfuckers just like your boy. Oh, the little red boy with the funny eyes? Oh, Jesse.
Yeah.
They fuck up, but then they gonna get there and stab right in the back, just like the rest of us.
Thank you for saying that. And you can talk about. Go ahead.
Don't make no sense.
These men are getting the same treatment. Like
You
it's like what I said.
Bad,
huh? I'm breaking up real bad.
You gonna get it. You gonna get it because when you're dealing with a man, look, I got to admit it. I look at the draw. It's 90% of them motherfuckers just ain't worth a damn, man.
Right. What about now? Am I still broken up?
It's a little better.
It's a little bit better. I'm sorry.
But Brian, I see you wasn't feeling. I see you wasn't feeling me talking about Tyrese, man. I'm gonna get up off him a little bit.
No, I mean, you say what you want to say, brother. I ain't never heard of him being suspect like that or doing nothing like that. So, like I said, I get it.
Where?
As far as why he did what he did. That's my only thing. That's the only thing that I disagree with.
Man.
Go ahead.
I went to high school in Atlanta. I'm back in the day in '92, class of '92. I was in Atlanta when all that shit was going down. I know all about the Chris Stokes. I know all about them niggas. I was there. I was there when Too Short brought the first studio to Atlanta. I know them niggas dirty, man, and they live their life.
Well, I hear you, but I always try to give, unless you do some suspect shit around me, unless I'm just being a dick and calling you suspect because of the way you act. But I haven't seen Tyrese act suspect. It's not that kind of suspect. He did act suspect when he called that woman his black queen. Like, why are you trying to make black women upset? I know the joke. Like,
that's true.
I made the joke when I was dating the girl I was dating that she was black. I made the joke, but then I stopped saying that. I never said that again because people, because people were saying she's mixed, and I kept saying no, she's white, and she wasn't white either. But I just kept she closer to white than anything else. She would get viewed by white. She could walk around with a white dude, and it would be no damn issue. So I called her white. But the thing was, he was doing that for no reason. Like, when you're petty like that, that shit always come back. So you can't throw up that your girl black and talking shit about hoes when your baby mama is apparently one of them hoes you talking about. Maybe you should have been talking about her.
You know what? Exactly. You know what the country folks say about poking the bear? You don't poke the damn bear.
Mm-hmm. And so you flaunting your baby mama in front of this girl and calling her your black queen and she the best thing that ever happened. That is a kind of a slap in the face to the bitch you got a baby with.
It is. Well, you know, I actually didn't think about it that way. She probably is a little jealous, but hey, he picked her.
Yeah, he picked her, but you got to watch how you, because my thing is, I think it's easier to incorporate the baby mama and the new girlfriend together. Don't separate them. Just like it's when you, these baby mamas is trying to pit baby daddy and new boyfriend against each other, like the caller said earlier, that he couldn't even see his kid because his baby mama was like, no, she going with my man this week. It's shit like that on both sides. And Brian said it earlier. This is correct. Put your fucking shit aside for the kid.
Yep.
You got to. But see, that's what I'm saying, man. You're expecting people that don't have rational thinking to think rationally. Like me, I have a blended family. I was married once, and my first 3 kids was with my ex-wife, and my next 2 kids are with my wife. And we all got to get along. There is no option.
Yeah, but see, my thing is this.
So I can't have all that drama.
There needs to be social
Thank you for the call.
accountability. The society has to start holding people accountable for things like this.
Yep.
Because if she's mad because of the thing he calls her black queen and she ain't black, I'm black, whatever the case may be, yeah, you want to go out, you want to make videos talking about him, telling him he an ain't shit nigga, telling him that, you know, his breast stank, he got a little dick, whatever you want to do, you do that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to a matter to where you start using the child as a tool to hurt him and to put him at a disadvantage and find out what it is that he is as a man, that's when not just the people around him and the court should be involved, society should step in and say, hey, what you doing ain't right. That dude ain't seen his daughter in 2 months. You ain't shit.
Yes,
that's the people who need to be, you know, I mean, we are the people that need to be holding her accountable to what it is that she's doing that's wrong, because there's no reason why this dude should not see his daughter. And she could sit back and say, oh, he's abusive, or he did this. Then you get an emergency DCFS team going and talk to that kid instantly. You get a detective to go talk to that kid right now. If that's what you're saying. And if you're lying, then you going to jail. How about that?
Exactly. I agree. And the fact that she's been able to say that this man beat his kid and getting the kid to say it, that's why I wouldn't want to be a father in a split household. Even though I am, I'd told both them bitches, y'all do something stupid, I have no problem taking my hands off of them. Before I go to jail, I will. Being a dad ain't important enough for me to go to jail for. It just isn't. So I would rather that person just be able to grow up. If the judge is telling you that y'all be better off without me, if you're trying to make this kid, once this kid lie on me, fuck you and that kid. If I know I didn't do something and you was able to convince that kid who I've been showing nothing but respect, that to me shows you a lot about kids. Because it's hard to get a boy to say his daddy whooped him if his daddy wasn't. Like a boy is like, I'm not going to fuck my daddy's life up. But a little girl, she's got that spiteful shit from her mama. So she has no problem doing that spiteful shit.
And she doesn't know the full ramifications of it. She doesn't know how this is hurting her dad and how this is going to, you know, hurt his career, how this is hurting him as a man. She doesn't fully understand that. And it's like, even just like you always say, when you talk about the women who cry rape, and then it turns out that they didn't rape, they didn't get raped, and they don't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that should be where society should be holding those people accountable, because for somebody who gets raped, that's a serious offense. That's a tragic event that happens in their life, and they have so many psychological ramifications from that they lead a difficult life. They have struggled. Yep. And for somebody to come along and to cry wolf, and we just say, oh, well, she didn't mean it. Well, he only spent, 8 years in jail, so he's out now, and he's only 28, so he can live a life, and nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Society needs to be enraged about that. How dare you say that this person raped you and he didn't, and the only reason why you said it was because your daddy found out, or your friend found out, or your mama found out, and they made you say that.
Damn shame. I'm going to bring in one more. I said that was the last one, but I'll bring in one more. 312 caller. You are the last phone caller. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, Tommy?
Not much. Talk to me.
Brian, what's going on?
What's happening, Captain? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I couldn't be even better now that I'm talking to you guys.
Nice. Well, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, my thoughts on Tyrese here. I don't see a problem with the man crying, but my thing is this: if you're gonna cry at least in private. And my thing is this: there's been men out here that has been not able to see their kid more than 2 whole damn months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, let's just be real about this situation here. I mean, like, you just got married, and I understand that that your new wife is now bringing another, life into this world. But what the hell is she in this situation? I mean, like, I'm just asking the question here because you're in the beef with a dude that's a big major star in you. I mean, like, over a fucking spinoff that he's doing. And you're over here showing off trucks and your cribs and all that stuff. And it's all right to floss. I'm not, Tyrese is he is who he is. But my thing is this. If you've been going through this and you're, like, owing, like, $13,000 to somebody, to your child, and mainly her, where the question lies at, man. I just want to know you guys' point on that.
They told him that when they went to court, the judge decreed it. He saw $13,000 was a lot, but he was like, well, I can cover it because I have to cover it. So it was no big deal to him. He probably thought about it during the court proceedings. It probably was a headache. But then he just went on about his life, and they became cool because he was paying it. He was getting to see his kid. He was going to shoot movies. But what's funny is when he went to go shoot Fast and the Furious, how long you think he was away from his kid?
Right.
When he went to go shoot Transformers.
Probably a long ass time than that, than 2 months.
How long you think he was away from his kid when he was out getting his new wife pregnant?
Shoot, not long. It had to be longer than that.
No, I'm saying, so he's had stretches of where he had to be away from his kid. So to say I haven't seen my kid in 2 months, if he said 2 years or 6 months, yeah, I would understand. But like you said, their fathers, right now, the typical father in the United States sees his kid once every other weekend. 4 days a month.
Wow, that's crazy.
And they pay to see their kid 4 days a month. I'm not doing
and it's just like if I'm paying $13,000 a month for child support and I'm shooting Transformers 8, at the end of the day when I'm done shooting, I can have arrangements where my daughter flies in for dinner. I can do that, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or
but
have my daughter fly in for the weekend or whatever, or we gonna be shooting in the same city she lives in. Yeah, I can see her after the shoot's over for the day. I can spend a little time with her, in between those things that I have.
But like y'all kept on saying though. But like y'all kept saying though, and what I completely agree with, how much is worth a kid that much money?
Exactly.
That's
why we go. It's the illusion. It's the illusion of saying that's what it is when it's not. It's totally not, man. It's beyond the kid, and that's what everybody's trying to say. Oh, well, the kid needs this, the kid needs that, the kid. You can't tell me shit that a kid needs that equates to $13,000 a month, let alone $200,000 a month. Even if it's 3 kids, 4 kids. $50,000 a month for 4 kids.
I mean, like, if you think about it now, there's some people out here on child support that has had kids, and now finding out they didn't have. I mean, they're not kids, and they're still paying child support. That's just crazy as hell.
Yep.
And let me take the star value out of it. Let's take it down to your average hard-working dude that got like a factory job. I've known people that have worked in like Ford or GM plants where they making good money. They may be pulling down, 70, 80,000 or something like that. But because the child support is so high,
they stay in a studio apartment.
What they making at work, they can't even sustain and live off of. So it's easier for them to quit that job, get a job where they hustling and just getting paid straight cash, and just let the child support build up.
Wow.
There's a dude in my movie, $1.5 million a year, living in a studio apartment. His wife and 3 kids.
See?
His wife divorced him. Says she's now living with a boyfriend who has no job in his mansion while he lives in a studio apartment.
You see that?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
the one that you spoke about with the Robert Perkins one-on-one session. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Those are that.
Yep.
That make people.
That's crazy.
Say, well, what's the point? I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my resources. How about this? You paying alimony, child support, paying for a house with your wife, your ex-wife, and your 2 kids, and your ex-wife is fucking a waiter from the restaurant around the corner, living in your house, driving your expensive cars, and around your kids every day.
Oh, you talking about O.J. Simpson?
That might make you kill somebody.
Yeah, that might make you lose a bloody glove somewhere. That might make you put your Bruno Magli's on.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, let's just say
before I get off here, I know we.
Go ahead.
I know y'all been taking phone calls, but this is just quick. If y'all don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. One time, summertime, right? I'm hanging around with my cousin's friends. So one of them made a stupid, dumbass comment that I will forget in my life. They said they always tease your boy about getting some pussy after he graduated high school and all that stuff. Okay, I get y'all. Y'all gonna bag on me about that. But one of them actually said, "You'll be lucky if you get a child." And I'm like, wait a minute. You are encouraging me to bring a child into this world, and I'm not financially stable. I'm not ready to become a parent. I'm still living with my own and aunties and with the nigga you hang around. Now, unlike you have a side chick and a wife and kids that you happen to hang around. And I don't mean to put your business out like that, dude, but come on, how you gonna tell somebody like me that is in an unstable situation to have kids and to fuck my life up? Because the one thing that I had to learn when I was a kid, that this system is not about helping us men out here.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Hey, I tell you what. Thank you for the phone call.
Yes, sir.
Brian, let me give you the last word on this.
All right. I'd say this, man. To those men out there that have either fallen ass backwards into a fortune or have built themselves an empire from the ground up and has amassed a good fortune to do the things that they want to do and can afford a certain lifestyle. At the end of the day, anybody that you are with, that you deem that you are willing to share your life with, I support you, and I hope that you find your happiness in sharing your life with that significant other. However, I implore you to set yourself up in a position, even though you're madly in love, though the perception of happiness and bliss is right in your face every single day, every single night, I implore you to get yourself a contract that secures your finances, and it also secures your custody when it comes to your children that you may not have yet. Reason being is because you never know what a person will become when everything they feel that they're entitled to, and things that they feel that they've earned, are not being given to them, and they now have the power to take not just what they think they deserve, but that and a whole lot more. The system is not designed for you to succeed in divorce, child support, alimony, whatever. It is not set up for you to succeed. So protect yourself by using the legal system. Get you a lawyer to write up a contract to protect your finances, to protect you as far as paternity is concerned, and say, hey, if in the event we break up, this is what happens with the kids. This is what, even though we ain't had them yet, and this is what happens with my money and how much of it I'm agreeing to let you have, any or if none at all.
Yeah.
It'll leave it.
Yeah.
Cares about you, you will sign it because you have interest to protect because of what you have built without her. All she's bringing to the table is her body, and that's it. So it may sound crazy, it may sound crass, it may sound like I'm full of shit, whatever the case may be. But I tell you this, case in point and fact, look at Mr. Windows himself. That dude has a marital contract with his wife. Never hear of them going through problems. You never hear about them having an issue. Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world, and he has a marital contract, not a prenup, a marital contract with his wife. And it is rumored that that contract even states that once a year he gets to go on vacation with a female friend. How awesome is that, right?
Yeah, I would take my wife
Not
with me and
saying
that
that you
female
have to
friend.
agree with it, but at the end of the day, she's obviously good enough with it to where she's been with him all these years. She ain't the hottest woman in the world, but yet and still she is well taken care of.
Yep.
And I'm sure if there's ever a divorce, she will be well taken care of after that.
Yeah.
Protect yourself, man, because what you have is yours and you built it and you have a right to it.
I like it. Hey, I'll give my final words on this. Look, men, as men, we need to stand up. Do I think he looked weak? Yeah. But do I also think the situation is fucked up? Yes. Because he should have never been in position to have to look weak. It has nothing to do with he fucked the wrong person because he was paying her that $13,000 with no problem. He'd been seeing his kid. He'd been using the idea of telling other men that they need to be fathers like him. So let's just call it what it is. Let's be real. From what we've seen, this man has done a really good job of being a father from what we've seen on the outside. So for this woman to just decide, I'm not going to allow you to have it all, because in her mind, he has it all. He got a baby by you. He's getting to walk around and be the father of the year and have people think he's a great father. Now he's gotten this woman that everybody thinks is really pretty. He's throwing her in everybody's face. His business is going well. He's acting and all of this shit. And in her mind, she's like, that should have been me. I should be there basking in everything that he's doing. I should be the one considered pretty on his arms. It should be me. But instead, he's using the child that's mine. So you never see me, you only see this child. He's doting over this child, which we all know most women are jealous of their daughters. He's doting over this child. He's got this woman, and this woman is giving him a son.
Mm-hmm.
In her mind, this was her chance to get back at him. And men, you need to realize, a lot of these women just want to get back at you. Not because you've done anything wrong, but probably because there's a whole lot of things going right in your life. So when your life going bad, they tell you you need to buck up and be more of a father so you can see your kid. That's when you want to see your kid, but they use every excuse of how much money you make or whatever. But when your life is going right, then they'll say, well, you always with that new girlfriend, or you always with your new baby. Like I tell the story of the girlfriend I had who told me, you always smiling at that damn baby. The fuck would make you say that?
Yeah.
So it was okay when I was smiling at her and her baby that she got with another man. But when I was smiling at my own child, that bothered her. So this woman is doing exactly what the majority of women around the world do. They're very selfish. Everything is about them.
Yep.
And that's the issue. Hey, let me go ahead and read a little bit of this so I can get up out of this piece. Somebody bought the entire Dick Jones anthology for $10. Jordan Daniels. Thank you, Jordan Daniels, for that. Somebody bought a shirt. It never tells me who buys the shirt, but somebody bought the Ladies Talk Nerdy to me, so a woman bought that shirt. And then did I get donations? Let me see.
I know I did, so I want to say thank you to Anthony Hogan. Hey, Brian, just stopped by to show a little love. You and Tommy make a great team. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. I want to give a shout out to Karen Smith. Brian, I may fall asleep. Love and donate. I'll catch the rerun in the morning. Love from the 317 and Tommy. Not my address, not my area. Yeah, okay, I don't know what that is, but I ain't gonna read that. I want to say a shout out to Joshua. The Goober and the Whore is the best show on YouTube. Indeed, it is. Sir.
It is. It really is.
Tonight. Absolutely. Christina Haswell, thank you so much. Shout out from Delaware. Just wanted to show you my support and love for your channel. You and Tommy have this awesome chemistry that always makes us great energy flowing while always speaking the truth. Keep doing what you do. We trying. I also want to send a shout out to Jamie Sullivan. Great show tonight, man. Thank you, sir. Joshua Smith again.
Nice.
I appreciate you, good sir. Joseph Richard, thank you so much, sir. Man, he got a lot here. What up, Tommy? This is Odyssey. Here is the proof I donated. I donated on the wrong link. I did not have PayPal. Here is the link and the password. Yep. I kept it private and I don't want. Okay. I don't think I'll do. Yeah, I think this might be for you. Yeah, send it to you. And then Amanda Kirk, thank you so much. Here's something towards Mike. You bogus. Love to hear your insight. Hey, I'm in a remote location. I'm all the way in Wisconsin in a hotel room trying to do my thing.
You a badger. I see you.
Yeah, right. I ain't supposed to be up here in this Green Bay country. I'm shot down, stay down all day.
You a badger and a packer.
Get that mic, Atlantis. Good show. That is from my man, Super T, also known as the owner and CEO of Tyrese Rental.
You know what I'm saying?
Your car will be old, and it may not start.
You may have to
share. The rental
share.
paperwork is all wrong.
You may have to share it with another nigga.
You're right. It may be a dead body in the trunk. Never forget. Taylor's Rental. I got another donation from Diane. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I got a donation from Gerald. Is that Howiya? Gerald Huia. Thank you so much, good sir.
Mm-hmm.
My man Joshua Smith came back. I got a donation from Chan Villa Van. I think that's, I know I'm butchering the name. I got another donation from Ruben Sesta or Cusa.
Damn, nigga.
Please. Yeah, man. God damn, nigga.
I'm like Tyrese girl. I'm like Tyrese baby mama. I'm getting jealous.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who donated. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. It's awesome to have somebody just acknowledge you and get a little something from their own resources and finances. So just, man, appreciate what we're doing, man. I love this platform. My brother Tommy, I love you so much, man. I thank you for this opportunity, man. This is like the highlight of my week, man. And I love the fact that we're able to do this and we making a difference. We create great content.
Yeah. I'm gonna read my donation. I'm gonna make up some names. This is Bob Evans.
He said Bob Evans? Is he got one down on the phone? I got a donation from him too.
I got a donation from Jimmy Dean.
I got a donation from the folks over at Tennessee Pride.
Eckridge Farm sent me a donation with the caption that said, "Our house is a very, very, very fine house. Good to see that Pepperidge Farm also donated to me. They remember.
Well, I did get a farm too. I got Hillshire. The folks over at Hillshire Farm donated. Thank you.
Let me go and read these for real before I get up out of this piece. Amanda Kirk says, just sending a little something. I want to say thank you for all of the work that you put in despite the negativity that you have to deal with. I try my best. Shan oh man, I ain't even fucking with your name like that. Maybe the same person they donated to you too? Chan, CHANVILA. I'm not gonna spell it all because they already going after the people who donate to me. So I'm just gonna start saying y'all first name. Shan sending a donation. Didn't say anything, just sending a donation. Sean sent $16.71, but didn't explain what the $16.71 was. Thank you for the donation. Gerald Huia sent me a donation and said, "You always working hard, my man. At the moment, I can give $5, but when I get a pay raise, I will be shooting up to $6." Peace, fam, from the NZ. Thank you very much. Hey, all of it helped. I got a donation from Tavis, car rental as well. Great show, funny Tyrese parody. Super T from the Chucktown. Y'all need to go ahead. If there's some women in there, y'all need to holler at Super T. Super T got some deep-ass pockets. Go on and holler at your boy. Get pregnant by him. Let me go on. Let me move over to Jordan. Jordan D says, "Thank you, Tommy Sotomayor. You have opened my eyes on black women, and I currently live by myself, stress-free from the BT1000s and the Ed 209s. I deal with black women less when I'm in public. At home, I can relax." Christina says, "Hey, Tommy, as promised, here is that missing zero and another 11. $50.11 is what she sent. Added for good luck. Awesome show today. The laws in this country give women way too much power over men. I've never had many female friends, mostly guy friends. Every single one of my male friends have had their lives fucked with at least once by some crazy vindictive female, and the laws are always on her side. I have 2 sons. My oldest is 15. Scares the hell out of me with the dating around the corner. I'm a white female, and I've never been offended by anything I've seen or heard on your show because I know it doesn't apply to me. If it ever did, I would simply self-reflect. I don't understand what is so hard for others to do the same. Instead, they spend... Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. We're at the call-in portion of the show. The number is 213-943-3362. You can call your black ass or your white ass in, and you can talk to us about this very serious situation. Again, the phone number is 213-943-3362. And in my opinion, I want to talk about just the state of black men, and if this display by Tyrese that you guys saw in the first part of the show, if that display is a bad look for black men, or is it a good look because it shows that we care, number one. And number two, does this kind of illustrate the mental instability of black men at this point when we're willing to do the things that we're doing, like openly cry over something that we have to go to court to do? Because like you said, and I agree with you, I think he's trying his best to get the courts to view him as a victim.
Yep.
What are your thoughts before I go to the phone?
Yeah, I definitely believe that. I believe that it's like, because the courts are already going to be in favor of the mother, plain and simple. That's just a given. So the only way that you can even begin to level the playing field is to, one, have enough evidence to make her look bad, to make her look unfit, just like D Wade did with his baby mom. You have to be able to, you have to have enough evidence. You have to have to make her look unfit, where the tables can be turned to where you can level that playing field. So if you can do it that way, or you have to make yourself look like a victim to the point to where, you know, basically the court will have pity on you. That's it. I mean, if they can look at you and view you as a victim, then they're more inclined to give you a break, if you will, to give you more concessions in the whole, you know, custody case that he's battling.
I agree. But
yeah, and I just think it's.
But
I guess my last point.
Well, but you see it differently than me though, because I see it as a bad look. But you kind of understood, like.
Yes,
that he's are you seeing it as it's almost like he's got his back up against the dome?
It's a desperation attempt to try to help it. I mean, because at the end of the day, if he's been quiet all this time, doing this whole process, and now he's, getting out, he's trying to get the people on his side to say, well, man, at the very least, we need to look at this and see what's going on in his situation, because if he's, on Instagram or he on Facebook Live or whatever, hey Live, if he's on Facebook Live, he's crying, he's breaking down, he's showing that he's really vulnerable, and you can get the sympathy of the people to help you, in a situation where he's essentially helpless. So I get that part. I think it was, some bad acting in some parts of it, but I think that the main idea of it was the desperation, because he literally has nothing else that he can do aside from going to Mexico and talking to one of the drug cartels, getting some Mexicans to come up here, kill her, and then that way the paternity would just automatically default to him, and those Mexicans would not be found and heard of again because they're not U.S. citizens. I'm just saying. I'm just doing that. Not suggesting that. I'm just,
if it happened,
was to do something like that. That's there. If it just happened like that, it happened,
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, there is no other recourse for him. He's literally at her mercy and at the mercy of the court. And whatever it is she wants to do, however bad she wants to make him look, and the part about it that I don't like is the fact that she gets to use his daughter for this, to help her as a pawn. She's using her as a pawn, because whatever she's programming in her daughter's mind, whatever she's putting in her daughter's head, kids are wired to try to please their parents or adults. They're wired that way. So you're talking about a young girl who looks to her mother for her identity. She looks to her mother for the leadership. She looks to her mother for all of this to please her mom. And if her mom is simply telling her in a slick, fly-ass, underhanded, destructive way, this is how she should talk when she's asked about, which parent she wants to be with, what parent is treating her the best, or what parent takes care of her, what parent hurts. She's going to do it because that's who she's with every day. And it's like the system is broken because it's defaulted and it's wired that way. It's set up that way. And it's like what men need to understand, if they don't get anything else from this show, is that the only way that you can beat the system, you can go out there and march and protest and all that shit if you want to. The only way you're going to beat the system is to write laws and policy. If I'm a rich man and I want to, I find me a girl and she seems to be a good girl and she's just wonderful, she's perfect, I want to, have a kid with, you need to start getting contracts. Get contracts in place that will help you and aid you in things like this when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your children. Like I always say, premarital contract, if you are a rich man, you got money and she don't have shit,